Good morning. I think we are here. Hopefully you can hear me. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you?
Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, everyone.
Technical difficulties, slightly.
Yeah. Leroy difficulties.
No, it wasn't just that. There's a storm going on right now, actually. So I don't know why. It had nothing to do with my computer, though, but my computer wouldn't start. So it's getting worse and worse. Each day it takes longer and longer to start. So that's part of the reason. I've been here for 20 minutes fighting with this thing. There we go. Okay. Can you hear me, though?
I hear you fine.
All right, cool. So howdy. Welcome, everyone. If you're still there, welcome.
Or if you come back, welcome.
Thanks for sticking around. Okay. All right. We are good.
Welcome
Okay.
if you're here. Welcome if you came back.
All right. Let's get this going. How is everybody? See, right now, what happened outside, what's going on for me is I shouldn't complain too much, but there's some kind of weird storm going on. Like all the clocks in my house say 4 o'clock, like 4 a.m. So I'm guessing about 2 hours ago there was a storm. A high wind advisory, something. Yeah, until later this morning, 8 a.m. this morning. So for the next 2 hours. We don't get much rain, so. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning. Have fun flipping. How are you? Okay. And I have my new mail jacket on, too. I can't sell this right here. I can't sell this on eBay, so that's what I'm going to wear from now on.
Is it a real mail jacket?
From, the UK. I found it at a thrift store. And I put it up. And you can't. I forgot. Wait, you can't sell uniforms. So.
Can you sell postal? Probably not, right?
I don't think so. You can't sell like UPS, FedEx. Even though I've heard some people sell FedEx, I'm pretty sure you can't sell uniforms like that. You can sell like McDonald's stuff, I think.
I was just gonna say that I just have to get a McDonald's one then.
Because I've sold like 7-Eleven, McDonald's, pizza places.
I just have to get a McDonald's one then.
Because
that was me.
Okay. So now at least we know the sound works. That's good. But yeah, I think anything that may touch anything that's federal, so UPS, FedEx, Post Office. I think you can sell the certain FedEx, UPS stuff you can sell, but you can't sell the uniforms, I think.
Hey, Cameron, good morning. Thank you for joining. You're just in time. Jennifer, good morning. Having fun flipping, good morning. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Yes. Got my coffee made, about to go pack orders and shed like every morning.
What's the temperature in the shed?
I know. Do you have a heated shed? I hope so. Cameron's on the West Coast. Is he? I want to say Portland, or he's in Oregon, or it's on the Northwest, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Unless I'm mistaken.
I was so hoping he was going to go live yesterday. I was going to jump on so I could do 3 lives yesterday, but he never went live.
Well, the third one should have been on Blood, Sweat, and Cell, this guy's channel. That you
may have Jennifer and Mo, stop.
It's going to happen.
Oh.
No worries. It's going to happen. Well, you know what? I mean, you did already today, so I'll just leave it at that. So
I did what? Go live and mess up?
Exactly, you did.
Yeah, I went live. It was blank, but I went live. I agree, Mo.
No, that might be. If it went blank, I'm wondering if that was StreamYard. So I don't think you did anything wrong. You just
Yeah,
that happens to me a lot with the sound in StreamYard for whatever reason. Like I'll go on. I remember one time I was on by myself, and then it was kind of I was talking. I did a what sold. I did 9 minutes of a what sold, and then there was no sound at all. But I had no way of testing that. So now I have to go and test YouTube to see if it's working. If it's not working, then I have to end it and restart it. Because otherwise, it's just a big waste of time. Hey,
Jennifer,
how's it going?
Jennifer, I just sent you something on Instagram. Side chats going on.
Side chats, huh?
Side.
How's it going?
I just had something I thought it was going to be like big money, and then I typed it a little wrong, and now I'm realizing it's worth like $40.
Hey, look, I'm looking at a video that says "Opening the Walking Dead" T-shirts. Let's take a look at this. This is Cameron's video. How long is this? Let's see here. Where's that? Let's see here.
Good morning, Shopaholic. How are you?
I got something for Cameron to watch right here. This is his own video.
You sending private links now?
No, it's in the main chat. I'm not sophisticated enough to use the private chat. I always miss it, to be honest. Whenever anyone types in there, I notice it like 45 minutes later.
Yeah, I try not to send anything to you in the private chat because you just don't pay attention.
Yes, I'm really bad.
But that's okay. 11 o'clock today for me.
You taking off 11?
Yeah. I can go car. I gotta go do something for my mentor. I'm always helping people, Mo. It's either the landlord or the mentor or
Mr. helps a lot.
blood, sweat. Well, I didn't tell you this. Because they want me to do handyman work. And I told my wife, I said, I'm going to change it to blood, sweat, and labor. Good morning, LAG. How are you? I am listing a nail gun. Finishing up my five in an hour. I made myself a little challenge this morning.
No worries. Let's see.
I'm so mad. I thought this was going to be like an $80 piece, and
what was it?
The air gun. And it's like
that happens. It's funny what sells for a lot and what doesn't sometimes when you kind of take a shot in the dark. Five in an hour challenge. What's the is it 5 listings in an hour? That wouldn't be. Okay, that's not too hard.
Pitches and the whole listing.
Okay.
When I do that, it just helps me because I got to do it fast.
Got it.
I don't normally just take pitches for 5 items. I take it for 15, 20.
Gotcha.
Okay. It says seen, Jennifer.
Let's see here. Let's see how fast we can do 5 items. All right, let's see. All right, 5 pictures, 5 listings. Let's go. Let's see if I can do that.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, I can do 5. I'll make it 30 minutes though.
Oh, okay. You're gonna be a wise guy.
Yeah, I'm always a wise guy. You should know that by now.
It's just a challenge for me. Just a Leroy challenge.
Oh man. See this is a return. This is like a return I had from FBA. You can still see the label.
Yeah,
and
that's.
The old assistant was really good. I don't know if you can see this is a used item, but she would shrink wrap everything for me. So I kind of feel bad. I have to rip this open.
What do you need the label?
No, it's not that. It's just that it is a used item, and on Amazon you just say, I don't know if you can see that.
Are you trying to take the label off? Just put a.
No, I can't take a picture of the inside. And if I just say you have a box of something that's used on eBay, and you only take a picture of the box, that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, Tommy said
on the inside. So I just feel bad ripping this open. She did that's such a nice job. I can't even open this thing.
Oh, that's nice.
But I have to.
Tommy said the many angles of Mo.
Yeah, they're not nice. This is like a reverse catalog.
I totally fell asleep on Tommy and Tracy last night. I feel so bad.
You know what? The reason I stopped listening to Tommy and Tracy is because our power went out. Like about 10:30 Pacific or so, which is actually later than I'm usually up. All the power just went out. And then my phone started to die, so I couldn't even charge it.
Cameron said this is like an unboxing.
This is like what? An unboxing?
Yeah.
Not really. This is like a slow picture taking.
Hey, the clock started 20 minutes ago.
It did. I don't know what I have half the time. I got a pair of shoes. I've got an old, I don't know what the hell this is. Hometown Express, like a Christmas ornament thing. I have so much junk from my old FBA store that I still haven't opened. I don't know if you guys can see that here. Have you guys, I don't know if you get a lot of, because I do a lot of FBA, or used to do a lot. Can you see that in the corner there? That's what's left of it. Those are my returnuaries that I haven't gone through yet. Those are all FBA packages that I haven't opened yet.
Oh, goodness.
They've just been piling up there. I've got more in the garage, too. It's all probably video games, I'm guessing. I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, Tommy, one in an hour or one?
All right. It'd be good if I have something to take a picture with. What the hell did I do with my phone?
Oh, you jumped on it like you were going to be the pro that you know. And instead of it, you're looking like the real slow Mo.
Now I have flashbacks to 7th grade. You just call me slow Mo. Oh, no. It'd be good if I didn't. All right. Let's see. Okay. My pictures are not the greatest, as you can probably already tell.
Well, you guys helped me a lot with that square because now my pictures, I don't have to turn any of them or anything.
You're using a square now?
Yeah.
It's gotta be square. Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
It wasn't right now. It's nice. I mean, the pictures still need a little bit better lighting, but it's nicer now.
My pictures always need better lighting, as you can tell. I block half my own light. It's like I'm blocking out the sun. Alright. I don't do too many shoes. I should get back into that. I remember I got a pallet of shoes from the Goodwill bins one time.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the grossest things I've ever done. I mean, shoes with throw up in them, really? I mean,
Oh, of course.
Seriously. There was some, like, literally throughout entire bottoms of, like, the pallet.
LAG sold a basketball card 3 weeks ago for $6,222.
I don't, Tommy. I'm trying to rush, so I moved to the side here because the cord's not long enough. So I really like this thing. I see a picture of this first. I know this is a giant ring here. I'm supposed to be going just like this, but when I do that, I haven't set this up perfectly, so it's too low.
Apparently not.
You see how it's kind of like?
Yeah, I can't use ring lights. I tried it once.
Every time I move it, it drops all the way down.
Yeah, tried it once, and that was about as long as I did. That was it.
All right, I'll try adjusting this thing here. Oh, wrong one. All right, let's go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. This box is stuck now. All right, there we go. Wow, this thing's jammed in there. Can't get it out. Oh well, I'm not taking it out. It's got styrofoam and it's like glued to the bottom, so I wasted my time there. I don't know if you can see that. Oh wait. Okay, let's get on with these.
How you doing, Mo?
Sorry?
How you doing? Okay?
I'm doing okay. This is just a bit of a mess in here.
I don't have any. Today's a short day for me. Oh.
So let's do that.
Ugh. I gotta send some messages out today because I used the rest of my labels yesterday and I can't find my labels anywhere and I can't use my other printer. So
How are you shipping that?
I'm not.
You know, technically, do you have anything that has to go out today?
I have yes.
You can. I think you can take a copy of your label on your phone to the post office, and they'll print it out for you.
Oh really?
There's an eBay program that lets you do that.
Really?
I think so. I saw a message for it.
I'll have to look out for that. Yeah, I got labels supposedly coming in tomorrow from Amazon. I drove around town. I went to all those places that we looked up, and I bought some labels, and they didn't work. So that put me $40 in the hole.
Yeah.
So I ended up finally just going to Amazon like I should have in the beginning.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's get the listings up.
You got your 5 done?
5 pictures, yeah.
5 pictures for one item or 5 items?
No, 5 items. I got 3 ornaments, this thing, and then a pair of shoes. What I'm going through mainly is returns. I'm kind of putting them back. And these are returns from like a year ago, so it's all kind of a mix.
Yeah.
I have a giant pile of old crap. So I'm either donating it or I'm putting it back up. Yeah, it feels so dark in here now that I turned off those lights. Let's see here.
I was so nervous last night on Dan's channel.
You weren't nervous.
I was.
You know, I actually asked you a real question yesterday.
Huh?
I was asking you a real question. How do you install an old plug? Like I was talking about those old like the small 3-pronged plugs. They're like tiny, thin, circular ones. They don't fit into a regular plug anymore.
Oh, the foreign ones.
I was asking you a real question.
Oh, I thought you were trying to be funny.
No, I'm never funny. I'm always serious. Because I got one of those before on an old receiver. I never tested it. I sold it as untested. It's still sold for like $100, but
Shopaholic has 3 done already.
he's ahead of me.
She.
I'm sorry. My apologies. Okay.
Tommy, I'm reading your message. I'm trying to figure it out. I think I saw your message and I did go there, but there was nothing there. If that's what you're asking, I'm a little confused. I'm sorry.
All right.
They told me I had to order online.
You talking about the labels?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? What's up, brother Leroy? Not sure who that is. I feel like that's a personal connection.
Leroy.
All right, hold on.
Go for it. All right, listing number 1 is up. Generic shoes. 9.5. How are these?
Oh. Somebody's here, so I have to be quiet.
You have to be quiet.
Yeah, like I can't be so loud because I think I'm loud when nobody's here.
Oh, but you're in an enclosed area, though, right?
No, I don't have a ceiling.
You don't have a ceiling? You have a ceiling. I see it.
I have a ceiling here, but over there I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a loft above me. So above me I have a loft, but in front of me it's open. It's all open. All right, let's see.
Flavor all day. Well, I'm getting killed here. I'm only on my second one. So you guys are dusting me.
Oh my God. I don't know if this is what Tommy was telling me to look at, but these little cars, holy moly. There's these little cars that he sent me to look at eBay.
Yeah.
Holy moly. I like the UPS one. I mean, There's one. It's a U-Haul truck, $1,000 for a
Nice.
little. It's a little toy car.
But it looked like, was it like a red line or something, or
No.
die cast, or?
Yes, that's them. Yeah, sorry, Tommy. I couldn't understand it. Some words I can't pronounce right, so it's all hard. Sorry. No, it's in the chat. It's I can't pronounce it. To be honest with you, Mo.
No problem.
Stompers, something like that.
Stompers. I think Stompers. That sounds familiar.
It's they have a lot of like little cars, like little. They're almost like they're a little bit bigger than like a Hot Wheels.
Got it.
Yeah, and they have like a lot of trucks and 500. Holy moly!
Battery operated matchbox. Okay.
Okay. How many did you find, Tommy? And I will definitely be looking out for those now.
Count 10 to 20. Joe. 1 Eastern. Oh, Joe, Mike, and Dan.
Yeah, at 1 o'clock today. Yeah, Tommy, that I never even knew that. No way. He found maybe 10 or 20 of them. He's not sure. But if he has 1 or 2 of them, goodness, that's probably just those cars alone. I mean, I was just looking quick. But just those cars alone, Tommy, you might be able to pay what you paid to get in. I don't know if you paid to do the pick, but my ankles are cold again today.
Yeah, Chris, you got a breeze in there?
No, it's it's just cold. He keeps it at like 52.
I'm only at 2 now.
And it's a hard concrete floor. So, well, I mean, most concrete floors I think would be hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard concrete.
All right, that's 2 listings.
You got 2? I don't think you're gonna make that hour, buddy.
Ow, it's been 23 minutes? No, 24 minutes.
Oh,
24 minutes.
You timed it? Did you time it there, my friend?
It was 37, and now it's 7:02. So it's 23 plus, yeah, now 25 minutes.
When you gotta do them, when you gotta pick them and do them start to finish, you don't realize that it's
It wastes a lot of time adjusting there.
Yeah, it's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, no, if I go back in the garage, I'll do that like in a month. I'll take this setup there. It's a little bit, it's about the same height, but it's easier. That's why I got this light box right here. And I just noticed that I'm still focused on the light box. Oh, that's actually probably better to look at anyway. I noticed the whole time that I wasn't even on the camera. Goodness.
We are rookies today.
Today, I'm always a rookie.
That's why I got to go on the better shows to try to be better because you're slowing me down. That's why I go Art and Dan and Art is Dan, Eric and Jimmy. Oh, they had me cracking. I think I was cracking myself up, but they had me cracking up yesterday. I had to get off camera because I was laughing so hard.
I saw something.
Yeah. I don't know where I come up with stuff sometimes. Oh.
Yeah, I love these low ball offers. Oh man. All right, I have to be back in a few too. Lovely.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Excusez-moi.
I am here. I just can't touch anything. That's all. If I touch something, I'm in trouble. All right. Guys, I am listing tools. This is a Blue Point adjustable wrench, 10-inch. It's not a ton of money. I think it's about $25. Yes, I was red as a tomato. That happens when I get excited or I'm laughing. It's the Irish. Good job, Shopaholic. I knew you could do it. For me, it's not that easy, but I know some people can do it. But it's a good little challenge. That's why sometimes I'm like, you know what, challenge yourself quick. And that gives you a reason with no excuses to try to get it done. Sometimes it'll be that, or I'll make myself clean like so many tools because I do have to clean them sometimes as well. Like to be challenged. It helps me. Yeah, absolutely. Jen, I use my main thing I use is tire foam spray. And I use a wire. I have a 6-inch grinder. It's like the big bench grinders, and it has the wire wheel on it. So I use that a lot, and then the other side has a polishing pad on it. That works the best for me. It's easy, quick, and I don't clean them like crazy. I clean them enough for presentation, and that's it. And I let them know that in the listing. No, it doesn't scratch it at all. I even do it on the chrome, Jen. I do it on the chrome, and it cleans it up really, really good, actually. Trying to find something. Hold on one second. This one is not chrome. This one is just like a steel. But see how rusty it is? And you can hardly read the numbers or anything. Now, Jennifer, if anybody comes in the chat, cover me. I'll be back in like 40 seconds, maybe a minute. Hold on. So, okay. So I this is what I did. So I just polished it a little bit. Now you saw this side. This is the side that wasn't done, and then this is the side that was done. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll just do it quick. I could do a lot better, but when you're dealing with a $10 tool or whatever, it's just something I do quick. But I mean, you can tell, you can just look at it, and this isn't even shiny, but you can tell that it does a good job. I couldn't even read the numbers before, and now you can read the lettering pretty good. So that I don't do that a lot, but there are times where you have to do it that way. And I actually enjoy doing that sometimes. I do also have a cleaner that you can dip it in overnight. But I then you got to clean it, and it's a wet. Or I use an air gun. I have a air nozzle with a small compressor, and I'll blow like a lot of stuff off. Even like you guys that do clothing and stuff, I get a little small air gun, and I can blow down clothing or sneakers or dog hair off of sneakers and stuff. It works really, really well. What do you guys use to clean some of your clothing and stuff? Or if you do glassware, do you put it in the dishwasher? I always wondered that if you did glassware, if you put it in the dishwasher. Shopaholic, how many do you list daily? And I think you're part-time, correct? Oh, looks like it would break in the dishwasher. Oh, you are full-time. It depends on my mood. Yeah, I think that's where I am. I've tried to do like listing challenges, like so many per day. I got a board here, but I rather just do as much as I can, and some days I'm in it and some days I'm not. I think that's what helps me from not feeling like I'm doing piecework. Just waiting for my labels to come in. That's not a fun feeling. Jen, I don't believe that. I believe, Jen, you probably do about 10 a day. At the minimum. I'm not saying you only do 10 a day, but I think when you need to, I think you're like me. When you need to, you can push them out. I can't do, the most I've ever done is 30. I see these guys, but I mean, as you guys see, I write labels. I put my stuff in bags. I put labels on them. I might have to clean them a little bit. So mine, I do all the prep work and everything as well. So Jennifer, this is one I cleaned earlier today. These are Williams wrenches. If you see Williams wrenches, they're made in the U.S. They're vintage, and they'll bring a little bit of money. If you can get them cheap, or if you see a lot of them, I'd grab them. If you just buy one or two and you don't know much about them, then I'd leave it alone. But if you see a bunch of them, I would grab them. They have some of them will have a W with a diamond, a diamond with a W in the middle. Don't know if you guys can see this at all, but no, you guys can't. You can't see it. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can see it if I pull it back. When I pull it back, you can see it a little bit. If I'm quiet, guys, I'm just listening. So I apologize. I got a sort of like a half a day today. I have to go help one of my mentors move a picture or bring a picture to a picture frame place. I don't know what I'm doing. But so I got here at 6:30 this morning, and I'll be back later on. Okay, much better. Let's see. I think this is military issued because I gotta double check. Some of these wrenches back in the day were military issued. Hmm. Yeah, SS open. So this one that I have, mine is a 27. This one's a 29. Which one's this one? Okay, this is different. But I believe it is military issued because if anybody in the chat knows, it says it says USS on it. Would that mean it is military in any way? I think it is. I think USS means it's military. It doesn't make it more valuable. No, I bet it doesn't. But okay. Yeah, so this one sold for $10. That's not bad. And I was listening yesterday on a show, and they were saying that vintage is 20 years, but antique is 100 years. Is that true? I'm pretty sure it is. But I didn't know the antique one. I knew the vintage one, but antique I wasn't sure. Yes. So I was like, thanks, Jen. Another. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. That's what it is. Another excuse. I'm the part-time. I'm the part-time. The part-time. Um, I can't even say it. You got me laughing. Part-time co-host. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, Tommy. I tried to change my sleep schedule so I'm not up in the middle of the night. So I've been taking that. What's that? Melatonin. And I took a melatonin last night around 9:30, and that was it. That was all I wrote. And I still woke up, but it wasn't for as long. And by the time I woke up at 3 o'clock, you guys were gone. I used to be able to catch you when you had the longer shows if I fell asleep, but not anymore. We got 16 people. There must be some people that are just watching in the background. If you're not listening, but you're just watching, I mean, if you're not in the chats, thank you guys very much for just listening in the background. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. No, I in Team Leroy. Mo does not like when I leave early. I gotta see what the contract says if I have any more sick days, so I can take a few hours today. I don't know if it's a Disney song. I had to switch from my Apple to my Samsung because I wasn't buying another Apple, and it broke. So I don't not one that messes around with ringtones. So I find one that is not going to annoy me, even though that one's starting to annoy me, and I just work with that. Sorry, Jen. It's mainly telemarketers. When I got this South Carolina phone number, I don't know whose phone number it was. It's not even like collectors. It's just like telemarketers. Like, oh, your car is ready for repair. My car's not ready for repair. So I always ask this question every once in a while. Does anyone ever put their price in their listing? So in their header? Do you ever, if you know you're not going to change the price, do you ever put your price in the header? Yeah, every single day. Shopaholic. And I remember her name. Hold on. It is, I want to say Holly. I think it's Holly. Pretty sure it's Holly. No, you don't put your prices in your heading. Yeah, they do. They call back on different numbers. Yeah, okay, that's Holly. Okay. I do sometimes. When I'm selling certain things, like if it's Craftsman and I know there's a ton of them out there, I'll put my price in the heading. And to be honest with you, it will sell that way for me. If I'm selling a Craftsman socket, this isn't a Craftsman one, this is an SK, but if I'm selling a Craftsman socket, there's 30 people selling these. So I'll throw my price in the heading, and for me, it's something I've been trying for about a year, and it seems like it works. I haven't seen it anywhere, and it's probably a lot of people do it. I just was thinking about it one day. Does anybody here have set times? Do you guys have set times? So if you're full time, do you work from 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. or 3 a.m. from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. or you do 5 hours and then do some after you do your house work? Just curious. I know I see most of you guys on all the lives and all the recorded. So it depends. 9 to 4, 11 p.m. Sometimes I work at night, 11 to 3 a.m. Sometimes I work from 9 to 4. It all depends. LG at the warehouse, 7 to 5. I'm taking a nap in the middle of the day. That is a good thing to do. There's a lot of motivational speakers and stuff that I listen to, and they say the same thing, that they actually will take a nap in the middle of the day. If you do it, they say it's only good to do like a half hour, 40 minutes, and I do it sometimes. If I'm having a bad day, I will. Jennifer, there's no way you take a nap in the middle of the day when you're a moderator in every channel that's created on reselling. I work from I just found out that there's if you guys ever look at tools, this one it's gonna be really hard to see. This is actually a really nice tool. It's another Williams. It's actually a wrench for certain machines if they have to do like when they had to do quick changes in certain lathes and stuff. It's another Williams. You're not gonna be able to see it, but on the back side, I know you guys aren't gonna be able to see it, but on the back side there is an old owner marking, so they get like a scribe and they scribe their names in it. It hurts the value. I just cleaned this and didn't even notice it, but it won't. It will take a few dollars off the value, absolutely. Or some people won't buy it, and you have to put it in the listing because if they see it and you didn't say anything, they can be snotty little tool guys. Let's see how much this one's worth. Probably about $10. I hit the nail right on the head. $10. There's one for 13. One for 13 with $6 shipping. One for $9.99 with $6 with $5 shipping. Jennifer.
Let's see. Have fun flipping. Okay.
You just have to be loyal to that channel. That's what I think. I'm a moderator on this channel.
We have moderators?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I only had to do that once.
I thought a moderator was a blue wrench.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right.
We only did that once, that last time, right? That was it. I think most times resellers are pretty level-headed people.
Yes, I do pick up tools that are rusty, like Stanley hand drills and planes. Not often. That's a whole nother subject that I've been trying to get into, where you got to be very careful with that stuff. Even cleaning them. Like when I went and cleaned this wrench here, it was quick. It was just something so the pitches look better. With that stuff, you really got to be careful. And again, you can spend a lot of time trying to clean them and then lose time and money. So if I can buy them cheap, my thing is, if I see a Stanley plane that's about 8 inches and it's all metal, then I usually pick them up because I usually get about $25 to $35 for them. The screwdrivers, I don't really mess with. If I see them and they're in good shape, but you know, they don't catch my eye, I got to go back around and I'll see them again. Hey, Kent, how are you, sir? Thank you for coming in. No update on feedback. Have not even called. I'm a little just discouraged, and I feel like biting the bullet. And I have people in here that will be very upset with me if I don't call. Maybe today when I'm away, I'll call. And that's about as far as I want to go with that conversation. Yeah, I see the principal over there waving his finger.
No, seriously though, if you are going to call first thing in the morning and towards the end of the evening, I prefer first in the morning though, because they can't cut you off. Because it's like a 1 minute wait. Go the middle of the day, then it's like where you get that 45-minute wait.
I need you to hold the fort for me for 1 second.
Go for it. I'm putting the link in the chat just in case. Stop. I need to, I don't know, make a giant post that says "Stop procrastinating," put it across my forehead or something. Oh wait, not across my forehead. I won't be able to see it then. Across my laptop or something. If anyone is interested in jumping in the chat, I'll put the link up there.
You mean in the channel?
In the channel.
Yeah, if you want to jump in the chat, just stay where you are.
That's getting all technical, man. I don't understand these highfalutin words.
Holly, so here's a wrench, and I'll show you when I'm done wrapping it.
Are you gonna paint it blue?
No.
That was a bad joke. Eat that frog. I never read the book. I read the title though. That is right. Literally. Oh man. Yeah, I got a thing from eBay the other day, last night, and it said that a customer is disputing a transaction. So I looked at it, and the disputing that they paid for it, even though they paid it for it, I shipped it out like last week. So I called them back and I said, what do you want me to do to this? They paid, I shipped it, and you want me to refund them? I checked, it was delivered. So I mean, I don't understand. Maybe it's an automated thing. I don't know, but it's hilarious that someone can pay for something and then say, well, I mean, hopefully it's not a credit card that was stolen. I mean, I guess that could be it, but I shouldn't have to refund them. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I don't know if you guys have ever got that. Customer disputing transactions. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I looked on, thankfully it was delivered because a lot of times, last month there was stuff that was, the tracking didn't show, but this one did. Delivered like December 4th or something too. So that's all I did. I clicked one button, tracking popped up, I clicked submit, and then it said, thank you, you're all set or something like that. I don't even see why we have to do that. It should be automatic because the tracking is already in there, right? I mean, it's already set.
So, Holly, I do put it in a poly bag, and then this is what I do with it.
Oh my
God. If you could see it's floating in there somewhere.
That's neon.
So the wrench is floating in there, so I use bubble wrap, or these are air pillows.
That's like the prettiest wrench I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, we have women in the chat, but
Yes.
one of my mail carriers, not the mail carrier, the postal place, he was like, Leroy, we are really curious on what you ship out because everything that you ship out is like this. He's like, we feel in the package that it just doesn't feel appropriate, so we're not going to be able to ship your packages out anymore. I'm like, I'm serious, it's tools. They were like, that's not tools. They used to crack me up like, oh, Leroy came in, oh, the tool guy. I'm like, you guys killing me.
Kent was just saying he's had that same. You haven't had that yet, right? When somebody tries to, they just say something like, "I dispute this transaction," even though it's paid and shipped item. Yeah, be careful if you get that. Don't refund them.
I don't refund them unless I have to.
Yeah. Most of my disputes closed within 4 days, but sold a new iPad for $400, signed, delivered, insurance and all. Buyer's bank open a payment dispute. See, that's what happens when they bring in the bank or the credit card. eBay backs down.
Yep.
And they'll say, well, they've opened a dispute. We have to let it run, which is stupid. If you have, I'm pretty sure eBay will side with the tracking, but they'll wait for the bank to okay it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a half-ass thing. Excuse my French, but they don't have your back 100%, unfortunately, when it comes to a bank. 180 days, yeah. Oh boy, yeah. That's why I'm afraid of huge ticket items, especially electronics. I know somebody that used to do just GoPros, brand new ones, and they had a 10% return rate or so. It was horrible. I don't know what it was, but it was bad. And that's all they did. So, I mean, you get these returns every day. I couldn't handle that. It would be too painful. Okay, 90 days to review, 180 days to dispute. Okay. That's a long time. 3 to 6 months, basically. And then you got to hope that eBay doesn't side with the wrong person. That's not cool. I don't know. What are you going to do? What I always try and do is get on it immediately. And then, just show everything. Show the tracking number, show the emails, show that you've communicated. Yeah, exactly. Your money is held that second. eBay is withholding your funds.
eBay is your money off your.
Yeah, especially this month. January is the worst, I think. Only because of Christmas and, people are buying a lot. And
they just like making money or no.
Yeah, I mean, people regret. I get it. You want to return stuff. My sister's like that. She gets 20 things online, and 10 of them are going back almost immediately, constantly.
I think that gets to the same conversation with me as when if say to you want to go eat chicken, you know when you're gonna go to the restaurant, the odds are you're gonna order some kind of chicken. Like so, just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna buy 10?
I keep
Those
asking
people.
that irritates me actually. I like why do you keep? You
It
know what?
does.
You understand that somebody's losing money just because you bought something on a whim, and we all do it once or twice. But if it's a habit, then that's wrong. You know, buy 10 things, return 5. Buy 20 things, return 10, just
Yeah,
because.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
And that's
That those people are to me. Those are the feedback people. Those are the same people that leave us bad feedback.
Yeah. Update your Apple devices ASAP to 14.4. Is that iOS or is that OS for like Macs and stuff? Because what do you call it? What am I on right now? I don't even know what I'm on. Have I updated it? My 8 Plus is maxing out of space though. And I already have an 11. I've had it for a year. I don't like it though. The 11 doesn't have the what do you call it, button. I like the button. I don't know why.
If your iPhone goes over memory space, does it start overheating?
Amongst other things, it slows down. It won't work. You'll constantly get messages telling you to, this, do this, that, and the other. And then a lot of times you can't do basic functionality. Like you can't download an app, obviously, because you got no space.
But every time I tried to delete stuff on that phone, like to make my space better, it didn't matter anymore.
Are you maxed out? You have an 8 Plus, right? Or an 8?
Now I'm on Samsung, but yeah.
Because I have a feeling that eventually these phones iPhone, they said it's supposed to work like a year, 18 months, something like that. After that, even if you have the space, like even if you went and deleted everything.
Hold on 1 second.
Overheating is usually running in the background. Yeah, he's probably got who knows what in the background. You do a clean reset or whatever you call it, and then go from there. I need to take more pictures. More pictures. All right, so we're taking pictures of. Yep. I got to tell him to go through his apps, see what's running, what's not. I'll put this out there again in case anyone's interested in jumping on. This place is such a mess.
There's Mo. Mo, I thought you left.
No, I'm right here. Let's just stand over here. I'm here. I found a whole thing of matchbooks. They look pretty old, but
yeah. If anybody wants to come on and join Mo, if you don't, that's fine. But I'm going to be leaving in about 10 minutes. And he likes company. He likes company. He feels like he's talking to himself if nobody else is there.
That is true, actually.
I do too. When you're not here, I struggle.
I don't think you struggle.
I do.
I'm lurking in the background half the time. I see you're like, all right, he's gone. Fine, let's get started.
No, I struggle. I do struggle. And I'll see the numbers go up and down. 13, 16, 13, 16. If it goes before 10, then I like, all right, now what do I do? Should I say something? What should I do?
No, it's just.
And I promoted the show yesterday on the show.
I see your show is good, and it's funny that both you and Dan both say the same thing. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm like, really? You don't look it.
You're like, you guys.
You don't look. Neither of you look like it. I'm like, you seem fine to me. I mean, and I was trying to bust your chops there a little bit, so I don't know if you maybe I threw a few things in there.
Oh yeah.
But you took it like a champ.
If you say something now, I just think it's a joke. So if you really mean it, we're gonna have to find a code or something, because I was like, oh, you just messing with me.
Yeah,
and
I know.
In the beginning, I can't read, like, especially the interviews with like Dan. Like, I can't read the chat if it's a one-on-one.
See, exactly. You do fine. No, I mean, with Dan, I could tell maybe he is a little bit. He thinks a little bit too much.
Yeah,
because I'm the same way.
Yeah,
but
because I wanted to stay on longer, but like he was like strict with an hour. We stayed on the line for a half hour after.
Okay.
But I think he just tries to be mindful of the audience as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
See, I always wonder if I'm like eating up everybody's time here, because I literally remember that we did like a 5 hours. We used to go for 5 hours in a row before, but I think that's a little bit much. I don't mind actually, but also at the same time, I don't care if somebody else goes on and does whatever, because there's only one internet after all. These are fun. I don't think these are worth anything, but hold on. I don't know if you can see that. I just like the logos sometimes. I'll probably lock them up together. Silver Spur Casino, Reno, Nevada. This is the home of the world's largest horseshoe, apparently. All right, let's take some of these. I wonder what the rules are about music playing in the background. Would it have to be Google approved music or whatever?
I'm not sure, because some videos you'll watch and they'll say, oh, I can't do it, and then it will change and they'll say, oh yeah, I can do it. So I don't know. It depends on the content creator on what they think the rules are.
Because I've seen I don't know whose channel it was. I remember one time it was a reseller too, and they put up like 5 hours of music, but it was stuff I'd heard of. I'm like, how did you do that and not get a copyright strike? All it was they weren't even on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 5 hours of whatever.
Hey, we just got a good comment from Jennifer, but Jennifer and LG. Jennifer said, "This is my new favorite morning show." Thank you so much, Jennifer, honestly. And LG. LG backed her up and said, yes.
I know I'm super sarcastic, but I actually meant that comment.
And I know I talk a lot and I have 1,000 stars, but I appreciate all of you guys.
That's what makes the show, my friend. Yeah, if you didn't talk, it'd be 2 mutes. Just staring at the camera. Ooh, this has a coupon inside. I've never seen a Matchbox with a coupon on the inside. All right, let's take some pictures. Oops. I used to buy a lot of, they're not box lots, they're bag lots.
Yep.
Whenever they drop down to like 75% off, I'd buy them for like $1, $2, and I'd just roll the dice. Like this came out to like 50 cents. I don't even know what's in there. Let's see. Some kind of old tin thing.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell these are.
I came in at 7, around 7. I forgot what time I got here. But I listed 7 off the jump, and then I listed 5, so I did okay. I mean, I got more to do later, but
Good. So you're going to be doing some. What are you going to be doing later? Like you're not going to be doing more flooring, right?
no, it's the same people. It is the same people. They use me. They're in their 60s, almost 70s, and they use me for everything now. I'm starting to be their handyman. So he has to bring a pitcher to a place to get the frame tightened or fixed.
Okay.
And he needs me to bring it.
Okay.
So
you're a good Samaritan then.
I'm sorry.
A good Samaritan.
Yeah, sometimes I get paid, sometimes I don't. But I mean, the last time I did the job for him, they paid me so much that I can do 3 more jobs and it wouldn't matter. Like that's not me anyway. But you know, a blessing is a blessing. A pay is a pay.
Exactly. Well, good on you.
So, but they take care of me, and so, and they have some other work for me, and they know my talent, and they're like, we understand you're good with eBay and everything, but you really should try, because they live in one of those plaques where it's all new housing, so they put up like 70 new houses.
Oh, okay.
And they hired somebody to come hang pictures and curtains and blinds, and they were charging them $100 an hour, and they were like, Leroy, you can do that. Like I can do that, and they were like, you can do that. Like, just do it. Just go. Not crazy. Don't your passion. You want to do the eBay and the flea markets. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you can pick up an extra $500 a month by doing 3 jobs a month, then do it.
Exactly.
So.
Sorry, I feel like you're talking to nobody, but I'm right here. I mean, especially in California, they might even charge you more than that, just because. I mean, they charge ridiculous rates for stuff.
Yeah. LG says there's apps for that. Yeah, there is apps for that. And where I live, LG, it's crazy because it's I live in between Charlotte and Atlanta. In a sense, it make it sound easier than it is, but that's where I live. I live in between Charlotte and Atlanta, and there's a highway that goes from Charlotte to Atlanta, and I live right there. I live right on that highway, 85. And what it is a lot of people move here, so they'll drive. They're used to working in Boston or working in New York City or even out west, and so they'll move to these areas where it's not as cold, and
Like
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper to live, and they'll drive an hour because it's an hour no traffic. I'm getting ready to list a Tampa Bay shirt. There you go, girl. You list that.
You're gonna see. You know what? List anything Tampa Bay related now.
Or Brady. If you have anything Brady.
I used to sell. You know what? Anytime I find New England stuff, it sells like hotcakes. Still to the day. Well, last 20 years. So I mean,
I try to throw that stuff away for fun.
all right. Next time I'll list one. I'll list it in front of you, man.
You better not.
We'll have a burning party. We'll light it up. I used to have friends that would buy jerseys from opposing teams, and then when their team beat that team, they would actually embroider the score across the front.
Can you put the link back in?
Yes.
I just gave Louie a shout.
I'm not sure if Louie's a little under the weather now.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. He said
probably
he was literally like sick.
Yeah, he's messaging me back. He's sick of me.
See this right there? I needed one of those drum things. Ta-da. Okay. What was this all the way down? I think it is. That's as low as it goes. Nope. Okay.
All right, Mo. It is 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Don't keep them waiting.
I gotta run.
I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I'll be here same time, different channel.
Yes. Wait. Just tell me one thing. You can't see me at all here, right?
I can see you.
You can? Okay. I want to make sure that people know that I'm here.
Yeah, I can see you.
All right, cool.
If you turn it just a few more inches, not the light, your camera.
Towards like this way?
Towards your door. Nope, towards your door. A little more.
Right there?
They can see your arms. I can see your arms there.
Okay. Because I'm going to be over here.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I gotta run. I'll see you in the morning. I'll message you later. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Don't leave. Bye.
You're going to be he's gone. I was about to say he's going to be on East Kentucky Pickers channel. Is today Thursday? No, I think today is Wednesday. So tomorrow then. And when we get this up and running, we're going to be splitting the time here between Leroy and myself in terms of whose channel this is on. He's just not there yet. So he told me whenever he's there, he's going to let me know. This is plastic. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, you got the shortened URL too. That's nice. I gotta run to the post office. These people want their stuff. Yeah, don't hold that up. Thanks for stopping in, though. Okay, what is everybody listing, if anything? Right now I'm listing vintage matchbooks. I'm gonna do it as a lot, I think, because individually these are coming up as like $3 to $5 a pop. And I don't think I have the patience to list 100 of these things individually. It's amazing what you find in your garage when you're not paying attention. Maybe I'll list like 10 and see how they go. Oh, tools. Let me know what kind of tools. I don't really know anything. The tool man is gone, but he may be listening. I need to focus more on tools as well. I like anything with part numbers, company names, years, dates, that kind of stuff. So tools, nearly always have some kind of a part number or specified use. Oh, wrenches. Okay. Yeah, I have a bunch and old. I don't know what they are. That I need to list. Then again, I probably have a little bit of everything I still need to list. I have a death garage. Way too many things. Way too much junk. Take it easy. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. How's it going, guy? Your show is coming on a little bit, I believe, right? There's not many people here. Go ahead and put your link in the chat. I think it's, what, 2 hours from now or 3 hours from now? Let's see here. 1 p.m. Okay, hold on. Let me grab that link. Is it on yours or is it Art's or is it on Philly Picker's channel? It's one of them. Because I know you rotate it. Let's see here. January house. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, there we go. Cool. Yeah, you guys are hilarious. Let's see what Art's been cooking, or what he's been using to cook, I should say. Friday. Let's get some listed. All right. Okay, I really need to get a new camera. This thing doesn't like me. All right, there we go. Oh, no problem, man. Thank you. Okay, what do we have? I'm listing mainly stuff on eBay today. I'm trying to get more back into listing stuff on FBA, but I haven't really gone out sourcing recently at all. And today I don't think I'm going to. There's like a mini storm going out there. A storm from California terms. I'm sure it's nothing. See, it's like 44 degrees. It's raining and windy. There's a flash flood warning in the southern Sacramento Valley. Oh, wow. And I guess stuff is falling down. Trees are falling down. Flash flood debris flow watch remains in effect through Thursday afternoon for the Yolo and Solano County portion of Hennessy Fire. Okay. So anyways, if anyone's in the Sacramento area, be careful because it's windy out there. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I always kind of half chuckle when I talk about weather over here. I think the other day I said, oh, you know, it's 50 degrees over here. It's kind of cold. And I think it was Flippin' Hustlers. Oh, well, it's 6 degrees over here in Minnesota. So I kind of felt bad there. Like, I mean, right now it's in the 40s, but I mean, I know for most people that will be, like you said, spring weather, spring shower. So I don't know. I can't complain. Okay. Okay. See, all that talk yesterday that Leroy was going on about tools when he was on Art's channel, starting to make me look up tools a little bit more. Only because it's something I don't really know anything about. So whenever that happens, I don't know about you guys. If you pass through things at a thrift store or a garage sale and you constantly pass by them, it kind of irks me a little bit that I don't know anything, or no, I know very little. Like tools and women's clothing, I don't ever touch. I probably will never touch women's clothing only because it's I don't want to do more clothing than I already do. But tools, on the other hand, I always see that stuff. I just don't know what I'm looking at. I'm going through more of these returns. I have a couple on Amazon too. People that didn't receive items that are asking for refunds. Excuse me. A lot of books too. Yeah, I've got a bunch of books that never arrived, and they were FBA though, so but I still got the messages. Yeah, I do FBA. I do merchant fulfilled. I don't send in that many FBA shipments anymore. I should get back in it. I think last year I really dropped off because I think it was around whenever the pandemic started, they stopped accepting what I sent in, and I didn't send in like essential items, you know. So I didn't even look at FBA until like September, and then I sent in some shipments in September and October, maybe November, and then since then I don't think I've sent in anything. And I used to always have my thing was I always wanted something on its way there. So I nearly always had like year round, I had boxes en route to the FBA warehouses, at least one or two or, you know, more. But that's really dropped off. The time I used to be like 95% FBA actually. Back in like 2015, 2016. But then when they when they pulled, you know, they used to have a rule where you could list one of whatever it was, and they wouldn't charge you the storage on it. That was great for books, and that was great for other things too. So I used to have a bunch of random stuff in there, which is terrible actually. So I went from like 4,000 items or something like that, very few of which were multiple quantity, which was a big mistake, to I want to say under 1,000 within a year. And then that's dropped a lot less. Now I don't even know what I have now, maybe 300, 300 to 500, somewhere in there. Probably a lot less actually. I have just as much merchant fulfilled Amazon as I do FBA. Hey Louie, how's it going, man? I hope you're feeling better. Good morning. Just in case. I know you're not feeling up to it, but just in case if anyone's interested. But yeah, Amazon, I don't know. I have a decent account in the sense that I'm ungated in a lot of stuff. Other than there are certain things I like DVDs. I missed the boat on that. I came in too late. What else is there? There are a few things that I have that, I mean, I can sell Lego, I can sell Nike. I'm gated in new music, like under 200, whatever the low ranks are, 50,000, 100,000, whatever those low ranking new music titles are. I can't send those in anymore. So that sucks because I used to do a lot of media. But other than that, I mean, my Amazon account is actually pretty clean. The IPI score dropped. I dropped to like 300 something. Now it is, if you guys know that the inventory score, they really were pushing us hard this year. I think they wanted us at 500 at one point, which was, it used to be 300 was the minimum level. Now I'm at like 427, it says. So I think I'm still below I think they want you at 450 now. Let me see. What is the inventory? Where's the dashboard? Do you guys send stuff into FBA? Yeah, see, I'm still substandard. I'm still in the red. 427 is below whatever. And I only have like 300 things in FBA right now. Not much. Louie, how's it going, man?
I'm doing all right. A little better today, you know.
Day by day.
Yeah. You're all alone.
Yeah, Leroy he's off doing his Good Samaritan work. He said he's doing some handyman work for an older couple that he knows.
Cool. I'll hang out with you for a little bit if you don't mind. I'm gonna rap mostly some stuff. I got so much to catch up on.
Oh, you're gonna rap? All right. What's the name of the piece? That's all right. Sorry, dad jokes.
Yeah. I wish, man. I don't feel that up to it. I'm still kind of recouping, and my energy is so low.
No worries. I can tell because usually you're like, "Hey, this is Louie."
After a couple cups of coffee, this is my first coffee in like well over a day. I'm like, I couldn't hold anything down. I was like,
oh really? You stay away from milk? I don't know. You put milk in there, or?
Yeah, today I did. Actually, the milk probably would have helped. It was like, I don't know. I think I ate something greasy or something. It just made me. Yeah, I think it may have been slightly food poisoning. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Well, at least it's not the other thing. So.
Yeah. You know, I'm good though. Yeah, just my stomach is still kind of like killing me. So I just bought bananas and stuff like that. Just something light.
Nice. LEG did over 1 million FBA. Awesome. What do you sell on FBA if you don't mind asking? Or don't have to say specifics, but like
me?
No, I mean in the chat, LAG he was talking about FBA on Amazon. He did over 1 million on FBA last year.
Crazy. Wow. Who's this?
That's awesome. I'm nowhere near that, but I mean,
is that gross?
I believe so.
Yeah, I would say
it's everything.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot
of figures.
Yeah, I know a lot of people FBA that just do shoes only. Like that's specifically, especially since they gated so many people on certain things. So if you were ungated on shoes, I know another person does really well on like food. I don't know if he still does it, but he does like basically like dried food goods. He's really killing it.
Yeah, once you get your niche, yeah. Who was I talking to? Somebody I was talking to that said, yeah, I'm into it. Oh, it's somebody I met at the bins, and he's there doing all the work, the hard work, like, you know, the heavy lifting. And his wife does, well, not that she doesn't do heavy lifting, but he does all the listing. He'll go find the good quality stuff, and then, you know, he brings it. And then they were talking about they were starting to get ungated, and I'm like, dude, you guys, you're really killing these. Yeah, we're doing food now. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I know. I dabbled in food a little bit. I personally didn't like it because of expiration dates.
Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah.
Anything with expiration dates, I kind of stayed away from.
I look at it as a liability, you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the people that do it really do. Like, there's a guy that was not far from me in the Bay Area. He used to have a warehouse with his returns from Amazon. He did only food. And not only did he was on Walmart too. I think he was an early adopter to Walmart, and where else? A bunch of other places. He's originally a wholesaler, like an old school wholesaler. He went directly to like grocery stores and all of that as well. So he kind of did a bit of everything, but food was his thing. Food and like, grocery items. It just wasn't my thing.
I got a negative feedback removed.
Oh, cool. How'd you do that?
Wrote in the circumstances. I did all the communication with the person was just impatient.
Okay.
I contacted him, letting him know that, hey, I noticed your thing's not in movement. Looks like they never scanned it and this and that, and then and so anyway, I was trying to be, and they're like, yeah, just prove it. And I'm like, how do you prove it? I'm like, so it looks like it's lost, and then they were just getting real nasty. And then I said, well, listen, in order for me to do it, I tried to do the return. I was going to go ahead and refund you or send you a new one. First, they said they wanted me to send them another one, and I'm going to give them a discount. Then they got snooty, and I was like, I'm like, I'm giving you a discount. I'm like, how am I, they go, well, we don't know if you're trying to cause a scam or something. I'm like, oh my God, we don't know if you didn't send it.
I mean,
so I just went, I said, listen, I said, I understand if you just want your money back, let's do it like that. Then you can, I want to make sure you're happy. If not, I'll give you 40% back and I'll go replace it. I mean, that's 40%. It's a lot. Plus I lost out. So they wrote me a negative feedback and I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Showed it
I think with now, I guess with last December, you can have, there's extended shipping times, I think, as well, that eBay has a bit of leeway. So yeah, I think that's what eBay is going to look at, that, it wasn't necessarily your fault that something didn't get there when it might still be under that time frame, like they gave an extra 7 or 10 days or something like that.
Well, it's funny thing is, I don't know if it's going to let me, but it's let me have a chance to leave them a feedback. And of course, as a seller, you can't leave them a negative. But I was wondering if I should write a hidden message in there.
Use like numbers, use the code.
I just wrote something like attempted to assist buyer who was I want to write who was impatient, but right there they can misconstrue that too. Like take it down. Yeah. Or I could say whose patience was tested.
I don't know. Negative. This is the time of the year that people get negative feedback.
Is it really? How do you mean? How do you come up with that?
The increase in December, January is, especially for eBay's, an increase in most people's sales usually. So then you have a lot of returns, and unfortunately, when people think about returns, they think about, they over-explain. Like you ever get those people like they're just returning something you don't really care, but they're like, well, it happened, I got it late, it was broken, it was this, it was that, it was this, and that. I'm like, okay, return it then. I really don't care, as long as you're not trying
and it's like under a $20 item, just return it. It's like whatever. And if it's under 10, just keep it and leave me alone.
Exactly.
I'll block it.
And it's like they feel like they have to explain themselves sometimes a lot. Because if they don't, then you're gonna refuse it or whatever. But
they're doing it for the record, right? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then it's funny, like whenever I talk to eBay people, they're like, yeah, they don't technically they don't really have to say anything. They just need to check mark the reason, item not as described, or didn't want it, whatever the reason is. You just check mark that. You say you want to return. You ask to return. That's it. They don't even look at the long spiel unless it's like an argument between the two of you.
Yeah.
So I must say, it used to be that Amazon customer service was really good and eBay was terrible. and it's kind of flipped. I would say that Amazon customer service is pretty terrible now, and eBay's at least tries to listen to you.
Yeah.
I mean, they do kind of throw you under the bus every now and then, especially.
I mean, since I started, well, I mean, yeah, you know, you'll get those. But then again, I think it comes down to communication. But, you know, it may seem like you're being thrown under the bus, but you better be really like on your cue, like, and showing that you did everything to help the person. You better be nice to the eBay person too. That makes a difference. I found out, you know, like when I wrote, what I've been doing is I don't write them or call them a lot. And I it sounds weird, but I almost think like in a Big Brother way, they keep queue on like how many times if you're like a pesty seller,
I bet they do.
I bet you any money they got like, this is an orange color, you know, here's a green one, you know, but what I was going to say is anytime I have I only write business for the marketplace because they want you to, because it's quick, or, you know, the one at the Facebook, the eBay business on Facebook, I write them and I already know what I need to do. And they know you're an avid, poignant seller when you go, here I am, here's my address, here's my email, here's my phone number, here's the item number, here's my issue. Let me point. And they love it when you're short and sweet and you can get it like in a paragraph. And you go, try to help customer was, you know, I'll use terms like, you know, retaliated with negative feedback. You know, they don't like to hear that because, but it helps in a way. What you're doing is it's not that you're planting a seed, but you're just helping them. It's like a legal case. You're laying that out for them. Like a lawyer. What are the facts?
I always try and the way I think about going and resolving whatever it is, a return or whatever, is that there's three people here. There's me, there's the buyer, and there's a rep on the other end of that phone or email. And they actually are part of this now since I've contacted them. So the way I go into it is if I am angry or if there's a gripe that I have about whatever it is, I'll always kind of about 10 seconds in say, you know, you understand that I'm not talking about, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I always say, you understand I'm not directing this at you. This is, you know, I'm talking about the situation here. So they know that I'm not, because, you know, people call up the phone like eBay, you screw me over again, you know, that type of thing or whatever. So I always try to make it, So, I mean, because at the end of the day, you know, at the end of that phone call or that email, you're going to get that review request. Did we resolve your issue? That kind of thing.
But it really comes down to is how did you handle it and did you take it personally? First, do the opposite. Don't take it personally and handle it the best you can. Once in a while, I know one day I'm going to get a zinger and I might, you know, really, really overly deserve it. But it's like, I hope to God not, you know, and if it does, I know it's not going to be the end of the world. Cause like I've been listening to a lot of eBayers, especially the ones that have like amazing, you know, sales and stuff. And they're just like, you know, it happens with excuse me.
Oh yeah. Those bigger stores. I mean, I don't have one, but I hear these, you know, like, 5 a day, 10 a day returns and all this kind of, I'm like, wow. I'd be on the floor crying in the fetal position. I mean, because I am that person that would.
I can see you doing it. Here's Mo. No.
He sent me back the wrong size shirt.
That's gonna be your thumbnail, is me going like this.
Yeah. It'd be like a giant beast with a head, and the head's not there. It's just eBay. And like I'll be up, like standing over me, and I'll be on the floor. But yeah,
you know a little bit about vintage games.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No,
I was saying I do take stuff like that personally, but I just don't do it on the phone. Once I hang up, I'll sigh or whatever. But yeah, I was one of those people at the beginning where I try and let them have it on the phone, which is the stupidest thing you could do. Like they're just gonna be like, Oh, well, all right. Well, this is what we'll do. Thanks, bye.
That's when you you cut in and tell them.
No.
Sorry. I was going to ask you. Do you know a little bit about vintage wear?
A little bit. What kind of wear are we talking about?
Okay, let's say Champion, the older stuff. Champion.
Oh, yes, yeah. I know a
I'd
little
say
bit
I
about
like
that.
the smile there. So talk to me about in a minute. I want to hear about your experiences because I knew it about it all along. I just didn't know exactly how to, distinguish it, but I knew. So when I find it, I knew I would know it, and I did. I saw it and I grabbed it. And the day I found
Well,
it,
I would start with,
two kids
depending on what it
chased me.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, you cut out there for a second. Sorry. What was that?
No, I was just saying. And the day I found something, two kids chased me. One kid chased me. Oh, I see. It's let me see if I'm on Wi-Fi or not. Let me see if I'm on Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi. Should be fine. But two
Okay,
kids
no worries.
chased me. Like, do you want to sell that? You sell? How much do you want? They didn't even ask me if I wanted to sell it. How much do you want for that? I'm like, get out of here. But long story short, it
jersey?
reversed.
What was the item?
It was a sweatshirt jersey,
Okay.
and I'll go get it and show you.
Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see that tag. So then that's
show you.
usually the stitching.
I may have
tag.
sold a little cheaper than I needed to, but let me show you.
I mean, a sale is a sale.
I just took it off my wooden hook, but look at that. That's the back. Here's the front.
Okay.
And of course, you know about that university near the lake?
It sounds familiar. There you go. There's the C.
I think it's like Nebraska or something like that.
Okay, let's see that tag.
Look at that tag. That's a nice old one. That's 90s, I think. I want to say. I listed it as 90s. I hope to God it wasn't 80s. 80s I would know, but I'm pretty sure it's like early 90s.
I don't think it's 80s because 80s was a little bit more like if you Google vintage champion, scroll down, there's a guy with a video and he shows like the top of the tag has this thing.
No, I mean I've seen him one time. I think it's the same guy. He did this thing on Instagram. He had about 8 of them blocked.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was so stupid me. I didn't print it. Now I don't know where to. I'll find him. There's a guy on Instagram that does champion. Yeah.
No, but I mean, the way it is with older tags is they're generally a lot of times a thicker tag. Even the stitching on the tag it's more. It stands out more. Less wording. I mean, obviously made in USA is awesome. That kind of stuff. That's it.
I always look for like made in USA. Like you said, there's certain tags that I look for. Somebody did one. I did make a copy of it or bookmarked it, or I think I made a screenshot, and it was like of they did one for all the Patagonia. If you want that, I'll send that to you. It's really good.
I know who you're talking about. I think Patagonia is one I sell a lot of newer stuff. I've never found vintage Patagonia. Most of mine is like the no.
You don't go out and hunt as much. You don't go out and source exactly.
Not recently,
right?
To be honest, not recently.
Dude, you got to just go get good at it and just go. Keep your distance. If you don't feel comfortable, don't go to the situation. But like, if you can go, get out there, man, because there's a lot of good stuff. Now,
I went yesterday. Going where I
go.
I went yesterday to the local Eco Thrift, which is like a big, it's a bigger store.
Yeah.
And I was in there at 3. I was out, like, I did buy one little baggy thing of knickknacks.
Okay.
I was out in like 15 minutes, literally, because every time I go down the aisle, if I see like one person, I can handle it. But if it's like 5 or 6 people all huddled in, I don't even bother going down the aisle. I'm like,
You're like, I'm out of here.
Exactly. And I'm the kind of person that likes getting shoulder to shoulder people. Like I would like the bins. That doesn't scare me. The only thing that freaks me out a little bit is glass and like gross stuff. But you just wear gloves and you just don't touch it. That's fine.
Yeah, or just be careful, Hey, Jennifer.
Like one time I did nearly stick my hand into like a broken frame one time at the bottom of the bottom of the bins. Sometimes it's I went like that and I could hear it. I didn't touch it, I don't think though. But then like when I moved to the side, it was all broken glass.
I cut myself a couple times and I have good gloves. And I think I have one pair left, but they're like large. I may need extra large, but they're really. I got these gloves. I had to pay up like I don't remember if it was $3 or $5 each, but I'm selling them at $20, $22, $25 each. They're these Teflon gloves.
Oh, Teflon's good, but you know, Teflon's good as long as Teflon's bad if you get like almost like a paper cut. That's what will do it. But it will stand up to like the tough stuff, which is weird. If you get like a paper thin cut, that's what will maybe get you.
Gets in there. Yeah.
But other than that, no, those are great. I mean, and because they're not overly bulky too, a lot of times. Because I remember going there with like ski gloves almost, and one, they didn't protect because they're like puffy and they're thick material, and two, you can't feel anything.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then you die. You die of tetanus. We don't want that.
Oh no, I
was like, it's true. It's true.
No, I have a thing. I remember one time I was when I had my old shipping store, I was throwing away this like, it was this aluminum kind of wrapping material. It's like 1/2 inch thick, but you use it to wrap or like to tie wrap boxes. And stupid me, it was sticking out of the garbage can up top. So I pushed down on it and I sliced my whole hand open. And I'm looking at this garbage can, like, you got to imagine we were like in a kind of like a mini mall. So there's like a pizza shop like 4 feet away from my face. So I'm holding up my hand like this and it's bleeding. And I'm looking, and then I look through. On the other side, there's a person just staring at me like, what are you doing? Like, there's blood dripping down like this. Because it was one of those cuts where I didn't feel it. It was just like, it must have been paper thin.
I can see you doing that kind of going.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's my hand. And then
I'm bleeding.
So I ran back in the store, and then I couldn't find the first aid kit. So what I did was I grabbed these 2 clippers, and I clipped my hand, like the skin together like this, and then I dried up the blood, and then I poured what do you call it? Super glue on it. So I had it clipped like this. I had it dried up. I put super glue on it, and I just held it for like a minute. I took off the clips, and I was good to go. And I still have the scar here somewhere.
Funny how that worked. That's so weird, and that you knew to do it. I
didn't know to do it. I just got lucky. I just saw, to be honest, I saw clips, and then I saw super glue, and I didn't see a first kit. So I just went with what I saw.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. And then the dumbest thing is that I remember I told that to my wife, and she said, you understand that on the other end of your, like 300 feet away, there's a Walgreens. You could have gone right there and got some, Band-Aids or whatever.
Yeah, but that's what a spouse does. A spouse like puts it together like, you dummy.
Yeah.
And you're
I went there eventually, but yeah, I got some like not rubbing alcohol, but get some, what do you call it?
Yeah,
that's where it is right here. I can still see this. You can't see the scar. It's on this side. It was right here. I still have the scar. Yeah, it's about an inch thick, an inch long.
That's there to remind you, buddy.
Yeah, don't be stupid.
No. I got so much stuff to wrap up today. I'll be lucky to get it all done. I woke up late. I needed to sleep in. Luis's thing went on a little longer because we had a guest on. And
oh, nice.
Although we started early, no, it was nice. Yeah, we had fun. It was good. It was a good time.
So what was the highlight? Because I missed the second half. So what was the highlight of? Did you have any high bidding items or crazy bidding items or?
There was a couple that mine were about average. I mean, like it's well, I gave away to me, I call it a giveaway because I probably could have got more on eBay. But I also like that, I like to give good deals, and it's like, it's supporting, the whole idea of the auction online business. And Luis, he puts up a good show. So I want to bring good stuff, So yeah. I had this single stitch. It was extra. It was 4X. It was for a big boy. And big boys need love. But it was a Tony Montana, from the movie. Yeah, and it was front and back, and I looked up comps on it. 4X sells it sells steady, and they weren't cheap either. And they were almost like 50 on up and stuff. And this one, I've never seen one like this, 2 sides, What's
nice? Sorry I
Oh
missed
my
that.
God. That's pretty scary.
Unless I cut my stomach pretty bad using. Oh no, you don't want to go near there. A box cutter. Oh wow. It was bleeding really bad. Blood rush. So I took a bunch of towels and wrapped it with. That sounds like something I would do.
That's
Like,
crazy.
no one's gonna see it. Oh my goodness.
Right?
I'm hoping he didn't cut too deep there. If he's talking about that's a slow death. You cut somebody's stomach. But you're alive to tell the tale, so I guess everything's okay.
I hate this. I just posted something and it didn't take it. I guess I don't know what happened. Huh. I posted something on Instagram. Remember that jersey I just showed? Well, I don't know if you call it a jersey or a sweatshirt. I call it a sweatshirt, but
Yeah, I guess a sweatshirt.
and I put all the text in there and it's I would check my phone, but I'll fix it later. I put all this text in there and wrote hashtag this, blah, blah, blah. And it's not showing up. That's weird. It just has the picture, so nobody's gonna comment or anything.
I'm interested. If the lunch rush was in there, did anyone notice that your stomach was bleeding? Packing tape. That's all. Was it eBay packing tape? That would be the kicker if it was.
Oh my God.
I shouldn't laugh. It was probably brutal, but
I was gonna say, dude.
serving sandwiches at the same time. Like
Got a question for you. So in your past, what was your average price for selling the what do they call it? The reverse weave stuff, like for Champion. What's your average price you get out of those? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, I did not pick up much of that. I'd always do it. Here's the thing: if there's a ton of them, and I still think it's a cool item, I go like $29.99 minimum. If it was a more rare piece, I would go like $50 or $100. If it was a ridiculously rare thing, like it's super popular, whatever it is. There's not many of them. It's in good condition. It's vintage. Shoot for like $200-300, and then after 2 weeks or 30 days, just drop it down incrementally. That's what I would do. For that one right there,
I listed it within 2 or 3 hours. Mine sold. So I think I kind of
$50 or $100, something like that. One of the two.
I put mine. The one that I had, you said you would have put 50 to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should have jacked it up a little bit more, but they were all in at almost $70. That's with shipping and stuff.
Honestly, I would have either done $99.99 or $49.99 plus shipping, whatever you're more comfortable with. And then
I think next time I know better, but still, I feel comfortable because I only paid like $1 for it.
Here's the thing with me, and I go against a lot of what you want to sell stuff fast, yes, but when there's not many of them, I always overprice, just because, why not? And then they'll come back to you, even if you don't have best offer. They'll come back to you and email you, hey, would you take whatever? And you just say yes or no, depending on what it is. So nobody noticed, but the other employees
and then let it go.
Well, horrified like an hour later. I still have a big cut on my side front. Oh my goodness. Never got stitches. The cut leaked for like 2 days. Yeah, depending on
God.
I guess you could say I almost changed the slogan, eat fresh to eat flesh. It sounds like it. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a Subway or a sushi restaurant? I mean, or it wouldn't be sushi. What, sashimi? Except you're not a fish, but.
Do you like sushi?
Do I like fishing? I've only been a handful of times. Oh, do I like sushi?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I like it when it's. I try not to buy the store-bought too much, but yeah, I love it if I can go to a restaurant and. Yeah.
No, I can't even remember doing. I mean, there's this place around here that's just like 50% off sushi now because of everything's shut down.
Okay.
So I went there a couple times in the summer.
Was it good?
It wasn't bad, I gotta say. They have some interesting. They put hamburger meat in some of their Like they have like all these weird combos.
I was
I'm
gonna
like,
say that sounds like a Cali thing. You know what? It may be like a trendy hipster place.
yeah. I mean, yeah. They always do that. You know, Cali this like they have like potatoes in them and stuff like that. So there's always something around here.
I love it. Well, there is a place near me that I want to go, but it's so expensive, but it's only a walk up, and they try to do like in Japan, you walk down the streets or something, or like in Asia, and there's like a place to go eat, but it's got like a little not a what do you call it? A curtain,
Okay.
and then you push the curtain aside, then you go up to the counter, and it's like that, and you order, and they ask you to get out after that. They're like, we don't have a place for you to sit down, take it and go. But it's a ramen noodle place. Like they have like all these different varieties of ramen. What do you want in it? It's kind of like.
Yeah. I know what you mean. The good ramen noodles are good, and it's all the broth. To be honest, it's all in the broth. The broth is what makes it. Like they either know how to make it or they don't. From what I've seen.
It took me a while to realize that, but after eating it, and then like I said, my God rest her soul, my mother-in-law who passed away, she was Asian, and she'd always tell me same thing. She's like, it's always got to be good broth. So sometimes I would like boil like beef bone and stuff like that, and make the broth, and then I would like while I was doing that, I would cut up really fresh vegetables and stuff like that. Then we go to Chinatown and go buy the fresh good, like it was made there, like the noodles. Yeah. I mean, you've never had anything like that. It's like so killer. I don't need to tell you, but
yeah. I mean, I'm not a chef. I don't know anything about cooking, but I've heard that
you have to be
good Italian, good Mexican, and good like Asian, like Chinese, Japanese soup base or sauce bases.
Yep.
Don't happen in an hour. They happen over hours and hours and hours. They let it sit there forever.
Yeah. But that's the easy hard. I call that the easy hard part. Just let it sit on the oven. Let it do its thing, but take it at a slow pace. And it's like when you do that, like when I used to cook a pork shoulder. It started at night. Like sometimes I go to bed 11 or 12 and throw it in there. And by the time I get up, it just needed to be flipped or something. And then by noontime, you were done. All I had to do was make the sauces and stuff for it. It was great.
Oh yeah, and like those, like the ramen you're talking about probably has dissolved bones in it. I'm guessing. They just let it sit for so long that it just everything kind of just like mixes, and that's where the flavor comes from. Actually, all that stuff mixed together.
Yeah. There's that guy remember the guy Anthony Bourdain who passed away not too long ago.
Yeah.
And he introduced that one Asian guy who was like Asian American. He reminded me a lot of my friends in California, kind of silly stoner like, or just Cali and kind of like that. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he's got like a couple shows. One's on Netflix, and it's crazy because he went to Canada and he visited this one actor stoner, and I was like, oh my God, they're gonna go get stoned. And they did, and that scene they went and got
I know what you're talking about. What's his name? Is that I can see his face. Seth.
Is he chubby?
Yeah, he's got glasses, he's got like big hair.
So when he got started before the Netflix thing, he did this thing where like it was a great PBS special, and it was really funny because the way they started was this cute little animation, and you're like, what's this? And then all of a sudden he comes on, he's like, hey guys, and you're like, oh my God, I know that guy, and then you're like, okay, I'm hooked. But he did this whole show on udon and broths, and it was just crazy educational. Like he pointed that fact, he highlighted, like you said, Mo, always in the broth, but it could be just the broth, but then that's not udon, because you got to have good udon. But he says always as ingredients too, because when you add that good, tasty, savory broth, and like when it's crappy powdered, but he said when you add like the fresh, onion and stuff like that, it's just the elegance of it. Yeah.
Hey Paul, how's it going, man?
Is Paul here? Hey Paul.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of similarities between Italian and like Asian, Chinese food.
I think so.
And like especially like you said, what you just said right there with like pasta, how they handmade pasta. That's seems like it's so difficult, but they both still to this day do it. Both, you can go to restaurants in Little Italy or Chinatown, you get like hand pulled noodles or like hand pressed, whatever they call it.
Yep.
Like there's this one place we went to when we were in what was it, Macau, and
Okay.
they had handful of noodles. Supposedly it's one noodle. Like everyone's getting, and it's literally one noodle, and the chef comes up the table and he's cutting it for all four into our bowls. But it was one noodle, one extra long noodle. And it was,
chop.
Yep.
That's part of the experience and stuff. But also by doing that, they're also making you look in a way. It's a good technique because you're like, what the heck is going on? This is a great experience, but you're like, wait a minute, this is all one fresh noodle. This is in order to do that long. You don't understand. It's not out of the package. It's not thawed.
It's like a day's process. Like I saw a documentary on that, and like this whole I think it was father and son. They literally they have this giant thing. They make the whole whatever you call it, the noodle base. And it's like this. It looks like the dough, I guess. And then they flatten it, and they literally are sitting on it. They sit on it because it looks like it's like 3 feet by 2 feet wide. And then they do that, and they do that, and then they cut it, and they do it again, and they do it again. It's really they go on for literally like 8 hours doing this.
Yeah, but you know what? It's part of the enriching of that process. It's like it makes sure all the it has something to do with the consistency of like when you eat the the noodle. It's like so awesome.
Similar to like if you've seen the Italian, like the press, it looks so small, like it looks like 4 or 5 inches wide, right? But then they keep doing it, keep doing it, and then I mean I don't know how that's from the old country, I guess.
Well, there's different things. I'm sure there's like improved techniques over the last 30 years, not by much. But I was going to say the one thing
shows, that's all. So I don't actually know by experience.
Yeah, the one thing I've noticed in terms of the stores, in terms of marketing, that I'm not saying they haven't always had it, but you had to go to specialty places but in terms of fast like marketing, like your typical grocery store, like Safeway or whatever. Yeah. And when you go there, I don't know if you noticed in the last, I want to say not quite 20, maybe 20 years, but you at least the last 10, 15 years, you go in and like, I'm trying to remember the name, Contandina or whatever, but you go and you got to go to the refrigerator section. You can get pasta. Of course, it's marketed all over the nation, but it's that pasta that I call it semi-fresh. It's not, you don't have to, all you really have to do is boil it for like 5 minutes or less. You don't have to boil it like a normal pasta, maybe even less, like 3 minutes. And the whole thing on that is soft pasta is so much better. Like I would rather pay up a little bit, like $2 extra, than having to get hard pasta, which is fine, but it doesn't taste the same. It's like even gnocchis and stuff. Yeah. If you know the right company, some of those gnocchis in store-bought crap.
Like I've seen those people that they freeze bread and stuff like that. But when you eat it, it's kind of like it's lost, that consistency.
It loses a little bit of the integrity. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you want bread. Like my wife, I remember we would go to, she would work swing shift. So she would get off work like 6, 7 in the morning. She would go to like a Safeway, like bakeries when they're first opening up and get that. You know how they have the big sign, freshly baked. Oh, yeah. She just baked bread, like just even nothing on it. Just, the French bread.
That's cool that you guys had that routine and stuff,
Yeah. Well, her more. I would get up if she could get me up because I didn't work. I was work. So, oh wow, Jennifer just had one scar on my wrist. Have fun for having a plate in my wrist. Oh my goodness! Yikes! Had a nerve block in it. Oh yeah, I would imagine. Yikes.
Yeah, especially I notice a lot of people in AA or NA. They would they go to the, what do you call it, when they go to the hospital and stuff, unless it was like in a super emergency thing where they're going to be like in death pain. They would. These are strong people. They would refuse the sedatives and stuff.
Jennifer's a strong person.
She really is.
Wow.
She's a lot better for it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a baby with anything like that. My wife makes fun of me when I like getting shots and stuff, even basic things like that.
She calls you a wuss.
Yeah, she'll look at the needle on purpose. She'll like, okay, like because we went. Okay, here's the thing. We went to, this is years ago, when I didn't know that, I guess, mad cow disease was a thing. So we went to donate blood, right? So she's, oh, let's go. We get free cookies.
I was over there when that happened. I was in Ireland. They were
Really?
shit scared.
Ugh, it's so gross. If you know what mad cow disease, I won't say, just in case anyone's eating breakfast or lunch or something.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I
And
was mixing my.
long story short, we go to deliver, donate blood. My wife's sitting there. She does hers. I sit down there. I do my usual complaining. Oh, is this going to hurt? And then they start asking you the questions. She's like, oh, so have you ever lived in the UK between 1980 and 1990? I said, yeah. You have. Are you mean? I said the UK, not, you know. That, I think she thought I meant like, she thought that I thought she said Kentucky or something like that. I said no. You mean the United Kingdom, like England, right? I said yes. So okay, I'm sorry, sir. You're gonna have to get up. You cannot donate blood.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they made me get up. She said it in a nice way. She says, because they ask you that anyone that donates blood in the U.S. you can't. They don't accept blood donor. If you lived in the UK, I think between 80 and 90. I'm sorry.
How long
ago
was
was this? Probably like 10 years ago.
They still do it, you think?
I Googled it the other day. They still do it.
Wow.
So,
wow. They think your blood's still tainted?
Could be. To be honest, they don't know how long they actually did that to, you know, the cows. The outbreak was in, I think, the 80s or the 90s, but they could have been doing it for a lot longer. So they just don't know, to be honest. That's what I think. That's my opinion, I think.
I think it was starting like the tail end of the 80s that they really started noticing it. I mean, they really put it together. But then by the 90s, I remember in the 90s, people were freaking out.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy.
I mean, that
thing in here. This is that Okaju that's champion. I just put it in like that.
Yes.
Wrote a thank you note on it.
Oh, nice.
Should be fun.
Looks clean.
I'm trying to get better at this, but I need to buy these. You're gonna laugh at me. You know what I use for these?
What
did I just do with it? Oh, you're gonna laugh at me because I need to go buy them. This is Walmart. They're just bags.
No, that's what we used to use whenever we would run out of shrink wrap. We used to go through these giant rolls of shrink wrap, but we had to order them. So whenever we were running out, we'd run to the grocery store and get the biggest, or the dollar store, and get the biggest thing of shrink wrap. Because like, I don't know if I have any here. When I had my assistant, she was really good. We would do a lot of used video games. So she would not shrink wrap. She would wrap them in saran wrap, or like when we ran out of like regular shrink wrap. It works just as well. Plastic is plastic, man. It's just a little bit thinner, I'd say. But,
it's a lot thinner. Yeah, you're right. It's a lot thinner.
So it will rip. Like if you stick your nail in there, it will probably tear it. But
pretty much.
I think people appreciate that. So I would say.
I'll tell you. Do you know why I do it? Yeah, it looks cleaner, but you know why I do it, right? What happens if something gets soiled on it, like water or whatever liquid? You know, I look at it like that. So,
No, absolutely. So UPS and FedEx, they ask people not to use like wrapping paper now at Christmas because that gets soiled, in rain and the snow, and then the label comes off. And then they actually have a thing that if you use wrapping paper, even brown paper, use brown paper and you put your label on that and that goes over the box and that paper comes off or it gets, deformed, they have no responsibility for the box. It's, it's your fault.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, people used to send stuff like that back in the day, I remember, but now it's the way they process stuff.
We used to have a packing service. This is like 03, 04, not even that long ago. For like 2 weeks, we'd have a lady, she would come in, she would gift wrap these boxes so they look like presents, that you're getting in the mail. But then they started saying, don't do that. So, that ended. Macy's used to do it. I don't know if you remember that. They had a whole department. Pick your Christmas gifts up and then wait in line and you give them their, whatever, and they wrap it for you. You come pick it up the next day.
And then they're like, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Go buy this. Go buy more stuff.
I used to use that all the time. I hate gift wrapping. I mean, it's the hardest thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy.
It's I'm lazy. I felt bad this year. I didn't even wrap my daughter's Christmas presents. She didn't even give me a Christmas present this year. But I was like, here you go. All right. 2 things wrapped.
There you go. So I got prescribed super strong ibuprofen.
I got a kidney pain. I want to take some ibuprofen, but I'm wondering if I'm taking too much already.
I think it's ibuprofen. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I remember I got that when I had my when I tore my ACL. They gave me that extra strength, whatever ibuprofen. It was basically Vicodin. So I took it once. I didn't like it. It really knocks you out. Like
I prefer Vicodin.
Yeah, I after that I said no, I'd rather just
Yeah, because your body's trying to adjust to all that crap.
Yeah, it's unless I'm in pain, I really don't want to take it. If I'm low energy to begin with, I don't need another reason to be low energy.
Speaking of low energy, I was so busy yesterday. I was like still over the slump when I woke up, and Louie was like, "You called? He's like, how you doing?" I'm like, And so like the whole morning I was like off and on sleeping. I probably slept half the day yesterday to get my energy. With only a few hours to get ready for that auction, and I just forgot what I was going to tell you, but like, yeah, just slumping into that energy. Or I forgot, what was the last thing you said? I'm still out of it, as you can tell.
No, I was just saying I don't need anything else to make me like more tired.
We're all over the place. This is the all over the place. Mo and Louie. Leroy is not here. It's Leroy's show, but we're taking over.
There you go. You can go check out this guy. What the hell's that coming from?
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Jennifer says, yes, have fun.
I think it's on my
I gotta
side.
catch up.
All right, I'm gonna exit and come right back.
Okay, I'm here. Hey guys. Hello. What's cooking?
Okay.
I don't think you can send video games as media, right?
You're not supposed to.
Okay.
Where is it coming from?
They're lighting up. God, somebody got a steal on this. I don't know why I only put it for $8. It has the box.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, oops.
That's
Which
weird.
way am I going? Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I'll be back. I'm gonna close this browser again.
You got some issues? All right, gotta find a box. Where's a box? Need a box. I will put it in this box.
Okay. Still there.
Hey, I know this sounds like a cheap thing. It was so much easier to put this in a bubble mailer, but even if I put more bubble wrap, you think they'd be irritated? Because I mean, it's already partially. I told them the box was not in great shape, but
yeah,
I don't know.
think it's good.
I mean, it seems like a waste of. I don't think it'll even fit in this box. $8, dude, and I got to pay for shipping on top of that.
Oh wow. Good.
I'm sorry, it's going in a bubble wrap.
Can you hear it? Can you hear that? Like replay it, like my voice?
No, might be on your end. Are you hearing echo?
Big time. It's weird.
What happens if you sign out? Like, well, if you did click out, but like I'm just trying to figure out. I will say this much. I do. Are your kids on the internet?
Yes.
Okay, that's probably what it is. Your bandwidth thing. because you break up once in a while.
This is weird. See, they can hear it.
I can't hear anything. Maybe because I'm on the StreamYard with you.
Shouldn't be that. It would happen immediately then. Do me a favor. Could you close out and come back in just in case?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm leaving.
All right. All right. Is there an echo? Echo? That's so weird. It came out of nowhere, though. Why didn't it happen right away? All right. Let's see. Is there still an echo? Okay. I think it's gone.
It may have been like our connection.
How did that happen, though? Because I could understand if it happened immediately when you came on. But you've been on for at least 45 minutes or half an hour. And it came out of nowhere. So weird.
Bandwidth battle.
StreamYard's got some weird things. Like the other day we lost the chat. Like I couldn't see it all. I said, oh, why is nobody chatting? I went to YouTube and the chat was all there. It just never transferred over.
I did hear an echo a second. Let me see. Hello? It's gone now. It seemed like for a second there was my echo on your end, but I don't know.
So weird.
Are we good?
I think we're good. So thank you for doing that.
I don't know. I'll be right back. Got to get bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. What's the benefit of a custom URL? For what? Oh, I think it's just easier. It's shorter, and so people can find you more easily. And also, so you can grab that name. Nobody else can grab it. Because I know, like with famous people, they always say that people try and steal their names. Like, I don't know, Gary Vee or whatever. Say Michael Jordan wasn't on social media. People would try and sign up, michaeljordan.com or whatever, Michael Jordan on YouTube, just to have that name.
Mention what happened to the Washington Redskins when they had to change their name. Remember when they tried to find a URL?
Yeah, they're all taken.
Yep.
Actually,
well,
you know what?
Possible leak.
Oh yeah, big time. And then it happens a lot with movies and songs because these guys put out like 2 years from now, the latest Marvel blah 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 is coming out. So the second people find out about that, they will build that URL. That's why when you notice, it'll be instead of like Marvel Avengers, it'll be like Marvel Avengers the movie because somebody already took that other URL. So.
But now they got to go backwards and go the movie Marvel Avengers.
Yeah. I mean,
now Walt Disney. Trust me, there's probably guys hired by Walt Disney now. Like that's your job. You better fucking lock that shit. But then again, they won't let that information out. It's like intellectual property. They probably have a department about intellectual property. You know about that?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Where basically they hire people saying, you lock the URL. I don't care if we're going to use it or not. You lock the URL for like 5 to 10 years ahead of time because we're probably going to be making this movie. You know, stuff like
what's
that.
His name was good at that.
Guys like Walt Disney.
George Lucas was good at that, and he was really like nitpicky about not letting like the cast and crew say anything about the movie. Like they had to sign all these disclosures. One of the first guys that did that, non-disclosure agreements. Like if anything gets out, like the pictures of the costumes, the storyline, then you're on the hook. And then so that could be pretty costly.
Meaning you won't get your $10 million contract.
Exactly.
And trust me, that's where they get them. It's not so much that they'll be sued for it and all, but they'll be like pretty much screwed by the industry. That's really what the clause says is not only will you not get your whatever, whether it's 10 million or whatever they're getting paid, and that's what they work hard for because they are working, but they're also going to be like in that clause was we'll make sure that everybody in Paramount Pictures and every other department will never hire you again.
Yep.
That's really where the money is. It's like your future basically is going to. So.
He stopped in to crack his whip. List efficiently. Thank you. Yeah, I need to hear that more.
Who said that?
Just in time flipping.
Well, I'm getting stuff done.
I actually got a lot of pictures done today, and then I've got some listings. Let's talk more listing. I'm the guy that falls over chewing bubble gum and walking. You remember that commercial from way back when?
I do, kind of. Yeah, it seems like it's, yeah.
The fact
I'm
that
sorry, I'm doing like 5 things at once.
Ah, no worries.
I'm writing my little notes. I found these at the bins, and they're like little stars. So what I do is, since I'm the lone star picker, I put little stars on them. I'll sign my name next to it.
You're branding your goods.
I'm branding my brand, but this is just, look at these cheesy notes. It's like, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Takes a lot of extra time, but I get positive feedback that way. But this is actually just to somebody who bought something last night on the auction. I'm just saying thank you.
I'm really bad with the thank you notes. I ordered a bunch of them a long time ago, and I think they're still like 100% full.
I got some money coming to eBay, and then you know Jimmy, Old School Flips.
Yes.
I won this from him. This eBay card.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like $50 or something on it, and I was surprised I haven't won anything. I was just like trying to get one of his toys. He was giving. It was his like I got 1,000 thing, and I was like happy for him. So we were there to celebrate, and we're excited to see him pushing forward. And then all of a sudden he's like, put a number, or I don't remember if it was an emoji or a number. Or so, oh, it was a number. And then they picked the one that got closest. I was only like 1 or 2 numbers off. And it was like crazy. So I was like, what? He's like, you get this.
I think you're a lucky on these things. Did you win something on like who was it? I saw you win something somewhere else on one other live chat.
I did once, yeah. It's weird. I did.
Joey's?
I think it was on Joey's too. Yeah, he bought something from my store.
Yeah, because it's like there's like 100 people in the chat or something, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, I know that guy. So that's pretty cool.
I think Julie, he did it for. It was funny because first he's just going to do one person. He did it for Julian 3Gen Hustle.
Yeah,
and Julian was like, "What? That's what?" And then like Joey gets excited. He's like, ah! He's like, let's do another one. And Drew's like, what? You're going to do another? Why are you doing another one? He's like, I want to do another one. And I was like, cool, guys. And I remember I was slamming that thing so hard. I kept doing click, repeat. I did a cut and paste. That was probably cheating, but I slammed them in there.
Hey, you got to, if you're timid, you're going to get stepped on.
It was so funny. Oh, my stomach is still killing me.
Yeah, I'm feeling like that for a day or two.
I don't want it to be. I need to go eat some broth or something. I need to find some udon noodles. Yeah.
Get anything with a ton of hot liquid of whatever kind you can handle, and then just keep pounding that.
That's the thing, is I haven't drank enough hot liquid. I went out, spent money I didn't really have to spend, but I bought because I went to Sam's. I was too lazy to go to Walmart, because Walmart, you have to go ping pong all over that store to find what you're looking for. All I wanted was bananas, Gatorade. I bought some avocados, so I figured that'll be soft on the stomach if I can eat a quesadilla later. I haven't really eaten anything.
It's kind of weird, but at this time you need hot liquids and you need a little bit of salt just to get back into, because you lose salt.
Well, I don't mind. Well, that's why I was drinking the, what do you call it? The Gatorade. Gatorade has a lot of salt. People don't know that.
A lot of salt. I don't know. I remember when I was in high school, people would drink that for fun. I'm like, that's a sports drink. It's not soda would probably be better than that. Gatorade, was it 300 milligrams of salt?
Blood pressure. So I got to watch it. I used to drink that stuff like there was no tomorrow. It's crazy.
I had a friend, we used to play basketball, and then we would all get waters at like the local 7-Eleven afterwards, and he would get a 2 liter of orange soda. I'm like, how do you drink that? Like, it's like 80 degrees outside, and you're downing an orange, like a 2-liter. And we'd all sit there laughing and like, how?
But they don't understand that sugar really sloughs them down. It's not good for you like that. It's bad on your kidneys, you know, and stuff.
That's just it.
I know.
Hey, Julian, how's it going, man?
We were just talking about it, wasn't?
Yeah, he heard you.
Did you hear us what we said about you? We were talking. Your ears are ringing. We were talking about the day you and I won something off of Joey's.
Yep, it must have been ringing. He heard you.
He's like, bing, 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 bing. Whenever I do that, I do my Bollywood. I'm like, ding a tick a bong, ding ding dong.
It's a light bulb. I say it's a light bulb. Turning the light bulb.
Turning the light bulb. Beaumont, California. Where's Beaumont?
He's in Southern California somewhere. I forget exactly where, but he said it was near LA County somewhere. My spidey sense goes off. Yeah.
I hate that when it's like 4 ounces and 0.2 over. So you can't send that 4. You got to send it 8. It's like, no, too much bubble wrap. Started, you know.
It's always like that. I've had it where I labeled it and it went slightly over. I'm like, now what?
There's some times where I'm like, I'm going to sneak it in for 4, you know, and it's like, but one time I didn't pay attention and I did send something like, I don't remember what it was. I put 8 and it was like 15 ounces. I was like, oh, crap. And then eBay wrote me back, you're being charged for the difference, you know.
I got one of those last week.
You know, they're all getting good at that now. Like they're really on it. I don't know what
I got one where it was I did use a priority box, but I think I used a priority medium box without noticing it.
Oh, okay.
And then they came back and I wrote down priority. So they came back and said, oh, it's an extra $5.44.
I know they'll overcharge you. Oh, they have no problem overcharging you.
Yeah, so I didn't even notice that, to be honest. Like, because they're sneaky with their boxes. Why do you call it Priority Express and Priority? Why can't you take out the word Priority?
Express is a whole different thing.
Express,
you know it now.
Priority. Why is it Priority Express, Priority Mail? One's blue, one's red. I know that now.
Of all people, I'm not picking on you, but I would think you would know, being that you were in the mail service, you know.
No,
but I understand the difference.
Right, I always ask them that. And the reason I think they do it is to be sneaky. So like, no,
I know they do.
Yeah, just so you're in the line, you ship once a year. Oh, what is that? Okay, that says priority. I'm gonna grab that. That's the cheaper one, right? When you get to the front of the line, oh, that's $70 for express mail. I'm like, wait, no, this is priority. No, that's a Priority Express box. I'm like, yeah.
You know what I'm doing? I'm cheating. I'm gonna cheat. I'm not cheating. Yeah. I'm doing. You know what they say in math? Round to the. So if it's 5 or more over, round up. I'm rounding down, baby. I'm rounding down on that 0.1 ounce, whatever it is.
If it's 0.01, you're okay, I think. But if it's like, once you start going up, then it's a little difficult. Because I always get that with the labels. You can get like a 1/10 of an ounce on the label. So
yeah. Well, I haven't even put the label on it. I better not. I just don't want to get screwed.
I hate when that happens. After, like, if I guess on a weight, which I try not to do anymore, but every now and then I feel rushing.
I'm coughing it up. I didn't do it. I'm a good boy. Sucks having morals.
I wouldn't know. Let me know how that is.
Tell your scruples I said hi.
Lowe's has okay plants. You can get cool air plants on eBay. Really? People are selling plants, huh?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, people are doing that. People sell almost anything. But the big thing to sell secretly, if you can get away with it, is selling heirloom seeds online. That's the big money right there.
Selling what?
Like heirloom seeds, like basically non-GMO seeds.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the people are big on like organic people. They're really like, they don't want any of that Monsanto crap, you know?
Yeah. And do they have, hasn't that rule, I don't know if it was only a Whole Foods rule, but they have to now mark all ingredients on the sides of packaging, not just, the general.
I think they were talking about, but you know what, just what they say they're going to do and what they actually do are two different things.
That's true. That might have been
Like,
before Amazon bought them out.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and Amazon's really good with their legal department. But did you hear about like Walmart the other day got in trouble again for, stating stuff was made in the USA when it wasn't?
Walmart. Every now and then I see the stupidest things that they do. Like they were hanging some things from the rafters, and it looked, looked pretty bad. We'll say, I won't go into it, but
I see.
I don't know how they get away with this. I mean, not get away. Why would you even think about doing this stuff?
They do. Because let me just say why. It sounds cliche. Okay, this is not the point I'm trying to make. It sounds cliche. They pay their employees the lowest wage they can. They only use them when they need to.
Yep.
That's not even need to.
Yep.
Trust me. You got 27 cashiers and only 2 are open. But everybody laughs, but it's true. Go and check it out and tell me what's
true. It is true.
But here's the thing. I really believe they wager. This is a banking thing. Like, it's an idea. It's a concept. The percentiles is, here's a product we have. We have to label it a certain or we have to market it in a certain fashion. But we're in the jeopardy zone. We're in that gray zone of like, we could be sued, but if we could sell it out fast enough, make enough money back, 25% of that can go towards legal fees, which will cover it, and we still make a profit. If they don't complain, we made a good profit.
Yep.
And so, what are they banking on? Dude, how many stores do they have all over the nation?
I think this is the Amazon rule. Maybe Amazon's not the first one to do it, but you know how selling it, everyone says, oh, you can do all this stuff on Amazon, but they don't come after you until some other guy, for example, Birkenstocks was the first one. This whole gating thing started, I think, with Birkenstocks. Birkenstocks said that, hey, why is Joe Blow selling my Birkenstocks? They're not Birkenstocks.com. So they went to Amazon. Amazon said, hey, you, stop selling that. It wasn't until they got, a letter from
let's take care of it for you, and then boom. But then
so it's like, yeah.
But here's the thing. You only have to pay off that one guy, and you pay hey, you know what? And here's an experience. Let me get you a superior manager. Let me not just get you the manager. Let me get you our executive manager to speak to you in private. By the way, we're going to go ahead and take off all your fees for the next 6 months for your account. Let's and at the same time, we're going to reprimand this person, and we're going to make sure they stop selling you. Yeah, okay, we'll stop complaining. 6 months, whatever. Here's a free bid.
No, I thought the funny thing was the part you said about the 27 cash registers and 2 of them being open. I saw that. I was there yesterday, and I was thinking that. I think that everybody thinks that. Like, okay, I can see 8 people walking around twiddling their thumbs, all with Walmart little vest things on. 2 registers open.
No, why should they freaking need to? Because now they got that system down pat where, here's this quick checkout. But just, check out like 12 items or less, whatever it is, please. Yeah. But did you notice they got only one person manning like 6 to 8 checkout? Yeah. And they got all these cameras like it's secret security. And they do. They watch you. But let me tell you, they train that one person that does that, and they probably get paid maybe an extra $5 more. I'm assuming.
I don't even think that.
And I hate to say it, if they don't, they do pick the smartest one. They'll pick the smartest. They'll look, hey, do you want to be a cash register all this time, or do you want to let them do it themselves, and you stand there and watch them, and you let them. You're so smart. You're good at cash. Remember that time you caught somebody back in 1986? Yeah, we're going to give you that promotion, so you don't have to do hard work. Let them all do it themselves. Okay, I'll do that job. And like you said, they don't even pay them. Probably.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Walmart. I heard that. I don't know if it's still the case. Are they the ones that hand you welfare documentation when you apply for the position or something like that? Like, food stamps. I think it was for food stamps. Like, they hand it as part of the welcome package. I'm like, isn't that the reason that person is getting a job, so they don't have to do that?
Guess what, Mo? What do they care? You know what? Here you go. Well, they did get in trouble for that. I heard something like the government. Anyway, but here's the thing. If that's all fought out in the bureaucracy, like, hey, we're going to give you tax credits. So what about all the money we're spending on food stamps? But the thing is, even if they do, Walmart's like, okay, we'll pay the subsidiary for whatever, like they'll work it out with the state. But guess what? They don't care, because all that food stamp money from a coworker, I don't want to go to the grocery store. Let me just stay here after I got off work and spend all the money where? Right there in Walmart. Yeah. So all the money is going back to them. It's going back to them. It is a deep, deep divide. It's sick. It sounds like I'm going to get pissed. It's kind of unnerving if you think about it.
It's horrible. It's a sick circle.
It's simple to say it's horrible, but I think it's worse than that. I think I really do. I truly do think it's sad, dude. We can't even start to say. Oh, fucking pitiful. Oops.
It's okay. No kitties around here.
Funky. I said funky. That's it. Yeah. Funky chicken.
There you go.
I don't know how many things more. I got to go get my clipboard. Thank God. The one thing I'm organized, I learned with being with Louie, he's been helping with this auction thing, and I have one or two other people asking me to be on their auctions, and I'm like, I really want to, but I don't even have. I have a hard time just keeping up with his, because this is the next day, and I'm gonna spend all day wrapping my eBay stuff and the stuff that I sold that night before, and I'm grateful for it. Don't get me wrong; it's not a complaint, but keeps you. So I can't, and I'm like getting over being sick, so I'm thinking, oh my God.
Yeah. Take it. I mean, I would just stick to soup and sleep right now.
Thanks for the reminder. I do need to eat. It's funny, as Louie said too, just try to eat some soup or something like. And I kept thinking, like, the type of soup I have, I'm like, I don't want any of that stuff, that hungry.
I mean, you don't want stuff in it, to be honest. You can, if there's anything in it, even noodles, if you don't want it, just drink the
I can do noodles now. I think I could do noodles. I think, you know what I'm going to do is, I used to make fun of it all, the cheap ramen noodles, the cheap dollar store noodle.
Yeah, and just drink. If you have to, just drink the whatever. You can spit out the dehydrated carrots and corn they have in there, but I mean.
I don't buy those. Although it's funny, I did find one the other day, and I'm like, where did this come from? I hate these. These are the ones I hate.
Yeah,
these are the gross.
I grew up on those. Seriously, it's. Yeah. I heard if you eat too much of that, you're laying your stomach with like a form of plastic. It's just
MSG.
It's more. There's other. I mean, it's because of. The packaging is actually the worst part of it.
It gets in there, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah. It's the food, the actual contents are not the worst part. The packaging is.
Yeah,
I mean, especially when you add
and all that stuff. It's terrible. I say it's a poor man's food. It's like what bologna was back in the day, and still is.
Yes.
It's not good for you.
Yes, or Spam. The Spam's expensive. My goodness.
I went ahead and bought. You know what's funny is I bought one for the first time in a while, because I bought one. It's not cheap, but I bought it because I was going to do like a pizza with pineapple on it, but I was going to cook the Spam first.
You know what my kids love? Musubi.
Oh, okay.
All it is rice, seaweed, and you put whatever in it, chicken, Spam, whatever. They love that. Yeah.
How do you call that again?
Musubi.
That's what my mother-in-law was talking about. Yeah, she would like put. I hate to say this. She like every other night it had to be gourmet and it was good. It had to be the best sushi and this and that or whatever. Better be good ramen noodles. Try not to go cheap. But one night we would do this weird shit. And I'm like, I never got it. And my daughter's mom goes, just go along with it. I think that's what she called it, or she had a name similar to that. But they put hot dogs in it. I was like, wow, gross.
It's basically like I have no time food. So
I call it Japanese junk food.
Yeah, it's Japanese. I think Hawaiian food kind of reappropriated Japanese food. All that stuff.
Hawaii, it kind of had an upper class, even though people look down at Spam. They're like, hey, but I think it was a wartime thing. Think about it. Yes. Meat wasn't it was also in London too. If you look at World War II, there was a lot of history. I remember reading stories about people sending from the United States to England
canned
a lot of
goods.
potted meat.
Yep. Because in England, potted meat is big. Not just spam. Corned beef in a can.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
big. I mean,
But I think it's also not just tradition, but it's just, well, it is, it just became.
yeah, no, you're right about the war, though. It's exactly like there's a Korean soup called army soup, and it was made during World War II, I think, when the GIs were there. And they just throw everything, hot dogs, spam, noodles,
Yeah.
and a giant
But I'll tell
thing.
you what, people would eat yeah, and I hate to say it, back in the day, you didn't know if you were eating dog or what,
It's whatever's there.
Hey,
So,
I've been to one of the richest countries in the world, Switzerland.
yeah.
And I'm eating there. And what's funny is this guy I met, he was like probably like 15, 20 years older than me, but I met him when I was in high school because a teacher of mine had him come in when, this is when I was younger. And then we met later on, like 10, 20 years later. And he's like, yeah, if you're ever in Switzerland, I'm like, what? So I went to Europe, but he would say, hey, come on. And it was great because he lived right above a bakery. And every morning you could smell the bakery. But he showed me the best bread there ever was. I kid you not. It was the best bread I've ever had. I can't even remember. It had every single grain. I've had every bread. And this was like, to this day, I could taste it, smell it, everything. But one day he's like, when are you coming back? I said, well, I'm going to go to Austria for a little bit. When you come back, we're going to cook for you. He cooks me stir fry. And this guy, like, he lived in America for a little bit, so he knew he liked his good stuff. He cooked the stir fry. It was really good. Fresh vegetables, stuff like that.
Nice.
And he's like, I'm like, what's in it? He's like, oh, we put a little everything in the meat. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then she's like, his girlfriend was there, and she's like, that's chicken, and that is some pork, and that is some horse. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, that's horse. He's like, because beef is too expensive. And I was just like, no. And I'm like, please tell me. So I stopped for a second. I went, and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, there's not dog in this, is there? They're like, they started laughing. That no, we don't eat dog, but it is horse. And I'm like,
I think that's
is it
legal
good?
in France.
I ate it. It was okay.
I don't want to say unless I'm going to say horse legal horse meat.
I'll be right back. I'm going to grab two things. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Yep, horse meat is legal. As of 1866, you can eat horse meat in France, legalized.
And if they can sneak it into you without you knowing it, they're going to still do it.
Yeah. Like there's a picture of a restaurant I can see. I'll butcher this, but Boucherie Chevaline, and it's got a giant horse's head on above the storefront.
No, thank you.
I couldn't do it. I don't think. I mean, yeah.
I'll be honest. I couldn't even tell because of the flavoring.
Yeah. You for human consumption is the uncontrolled administration.
Look at that. Look at this, Mo.
Oh, nice. Nothing's happening to that.
2 bags. Do you think that'll consider one, or you think they'll try to get me? These are 2 bags put together at the widest dimension.
I wouldn't have known if you hadn't told me.
What?
I wouldn't have known if you hadn't told me. I mean, it's like one.
You think they'll say something?
No,
because
there's no way it can come apart.
No, I double wrapped it with more tape. Like you got to put. But here's the thing: the widest dimension you can get this, or the longest way here, was that length, which is, I had to take it out of a box, and it was 18 inches was the max. I mean, if they measure it, it could fluctuate. But I mean, this is going to Hawaii.
Nice. You
want
to minimize those dimensions then.
Yeah, I not only minimize, but look at that. And this is like a brick of Coke or something. But guess what? This is, what's in this?
What?
Adult diapers.
Oh, there you go. I think you're fine then. They're soft material, so they're all.
No, it's not gonna break. But I had to write the lady. She's like, send me your tracking number. And I'm like, you're on fucking eBay, But I told her along the thickest part to cut here, because if she cuts any deeper, she's gonna cut into the thing. So I told her to cut down the middle and go slow with scissors. I said on the thickest part of the tape. I wrote her a very detailed message, but it's going, baby.
I think that's good to go. Nice job.
Dude, I use almost a roll of tape. Let me tell you.
Next, if you're ever at a post office where you know the person, ask them for that tape. They'll give it to you.
Oh, I did. I borrowed it.
All right. Up to here.
I haven't even finished my coffee, and I want a Gatorade. I think I just need to drink water.
Yeah, if you drink water, then you'll figure out if you're just, dehydrated or not, and then you maybe not even hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably going to grab some food in a little bit. I'm getting hungry after all this talk about food.
You ready to jump off?
Say like 10 minutes. It's funny. I'm obsessive compulsive. The way I always look at, like, when you ask that question, the first thing I'd look at is, what time is it? Okay, it's 9:45 my time. So in my head, I'm thinking 10 o'clock because it's a clean break. Like 9:45, that's weird. Why would I do that?
I don't know if anybody's told you this yet. I've been holding back to tell you this, but once you said the OCD thing, which that's all I'm gonna say. I've been wanting to say this. I'm like, since the day I met you, I said, you remind me of, do you know which TV show I'm going to say?
Seinfeld? Or, I've only seen a little bit, no, but yeah. Hopefully I'm not as bad as him. But
his character, but that guy's a brilliant actor. Yeah.
No, he is. He was on, I think, Wings before that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And you're good. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that about him, but he plays they made him play like an Arabic kind of guy.
Not really like
very stereotypical. I'm like, that was bad.
Yeah, I am a little bit like, I don't know why. Like, I looked at it, I'm like, how can this is been online for 3 hours and 19 minutes. So how about we make it 3 hours and 30 minutes? That'd be 11 minutes. That'd be nice, clean. I don't know why I think like that, but I just do.
Dude, call it quits when you're ready. If you're ready to go, you're not gonna hurt my feelings.
That's my stomach. Eventually, I just get hungry. So,
hey, wife, bring me some food.
Everyone's upstairs now.
Shut up and give me.
She'll cut you out today, so. But yeah, maybe I'll call it quits for now, and I'll be back on. But let me know if you ever want to jump on again. I haven't seen. I know you've been sick though, but.
Yeah, I've been I've been a little queasy, but I've also been really busy too. Like during the day, I'm trying to hyper focus and not get too distracted. I've been doing the pushing more away from the social media. I mean, I want to, and I'm like, so right now I can just maybe I'll do my occasional live, and I do Louise's. I do 2 a week with Louise in a way. Well,
it does build up after a while, though. I know what you mean. You're kind of like, this is a lot of time I'm putting into this. So
especially when you do it 2 days in a row, like I love it. Don't get me wrong, and I'm great. Like Louis, I just go when he's able to let me on, or if he doesn't have other stuff. And he's been really good about that thing with respect to that. There was something I was going to tell you about. You were talking about earlier. I forgot what it was, but when we had what's his name? We had Rob Hall.
Yeah.
Something about his business strategy you were talking about. It's like, that's what Robbie was talking about. It'll come to me later, but that was funny. Yeah, I saw you pop in that day. Thanks for coming by.
No, that was cool. I'm just going to log this off real fast because I think everyone's gone anyway. So I'm going to talk to you guys later. Take it easy.
What?